Wahrheit, Nayatsinye, Nahamanyeta Hadje, Adastilin Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Stilin Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Stilin Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Stilin Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Adastilin Yekanasna, Own Cholohin Yekabantar. Own Cholohin
everybody. Welcome to another Sunday night Dungeons and Dragons session. This is just me and my pals. We got very young players new to the game, and then Andy, the Dungeon Master, my old buddy, who used to be one of my players, and I was the full-time DM back in the 80s. Yeah, we're those kids from the HBO show. Basically, playing through Curse of Strahd, which is a classic. I might have even Dungeon Mastered this thing, but I have intentionally stayed away from it so I don't remember it. Things do come back to me probably once in a while. I wouldn't be surprised. But we use the Fantasy Ground software for this, and Andy's on the Dungeon Master. I'm on, my main is a wizard named Denistar. I also run the Cleric, but the Cleric is out of commission at the moment and vanished in the last episode. And we don't know if he's alive or dead. And then we've got Miss Timeless, who's another Twitch streamer. She is on her Rogue, and our buddy Justin is on Ranger. Noon is on Druid, and Soup is on Paladin. So I'm going to shift over there right now and see what's going on with these guys. All right.
Just waiting on. All right, Denistar is up. Beatrix is up. Okay. So, and Azor, are you back? Are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, why don't Beatrix and Denistar or Azor, why don't two of you grab and play Bethul and Grief until they get here?
Okay. I'm happy to play as Grief now that I have some experience.
I just so happen to play a Paladin in Baldur's Gate, so
Nice, nice.
works out. And Glomford's
terrific.
AOL.
I took him off the board since he is not on this plane whatsoever.
Whoa. Poor Glom.
It's not letting me.
John, did you want Bethul or no?
Oh, you use it, or you can run it if you want.
Oh, I mean, if you want to run it, that's fine.
I tried to click on it, it's giving me an error for some reason. It's not letting me. I thought maybe one of you already had control of it.
I only got Grief.
It shows like a little stop sign on it.
All right, I just cleared Bethul. You can try it again.
Here, I'll pull up the characters section again. Okay, it's
Alrighty. All right. So let's go ahead and recap where we were from last week. First of all, I pushed out, and let me do it again. I pushed out the Soundscape link in the chat box. So I will go ahead and do that again, just in case.
Sure.
Okay, should be there.
Sweet.
yeah. We use a
Okay.
Soundscape
Perfect.
for additional sound effects.
So to recap, high level, 30,000 foot down to 100-foot level. So you guys have found yourself here in the land of Barovia. It is just part of one more ongoing step towards your trying to figure out what is happening around Saltmarsh and the Forgotten Realms. It has led you, oddly, into this land of Barovia that seems out of place, out of time. You have very recently, just a few nights ago, entered into Barovia, the lands of Barovia. You followed a trail. You entered properly into the lands, and then you found a house, and you helped out some kids. The house was possessed. You made it out with your with your skins intact. None worse for the wear, having put some evil behind you. Went into Barovia, and you started learning about this place you're at, this land of Barovia. You know that it is ruled by a master vampire named Count von Strahd. He rules entirely this valley. the people are oppressed, to say lack of a better word. They make do the best they can, but they are stuck here. They cannot leave. There is a wall of mists that surround Barovia, that to try and leave Barovia and go through the mist will basically kill you. So people cannot leave. Only by leave of Strahd can they leave, and he does not allow them to leave. You have stumbled into this. You know, in order to get back to where you need to be, you have to deal with Strahd. Not only that, the story, the plot so far has been that whatever is going on in the Forgotten Realms leads back to Strahd. The young lady who has appeared to you a couple of times has mentioned you can't stop it. What that is, you're not entirely sure, but you're pretty sure you're going to have to deal with Strahd before long. So you are starting to learn about the land a bit. You're starting to make some friends and allies along the way. As such, you have picked up Arena Kolyana. She is a nobleman's daughter, the Burgermeister of Barovia, whom for some reason, you don't know why, Strahd has an extreme liking to her. He's trying to turn her and has bitten her twice. She is on the run with you as her protector, and you are taking her to the town of Vallaki. On the way, you did stop by a Vistani camp. That is the equivalent of what we might call the gypsies, but the Vistani welcomed you heartily, and you had your fortunes read by Madame Eva. Madame Eva gave each of you a personal fortune, but she also gave you a group fortune, which should help you in your quest to deal with Strahd. There are 3 things you are to find to help aid you against Strahd. She gave you the fortunes of those locations. She gave you a fortune telling you about an ally, and a fortune telling you where you can find your enemy. And I have those. I can put those back up should you need to see those again.
I made a
So
note about
having
mine.
left her, you've made your way towards Vallaki. You did come across an old windmill,
Ishtar.
of which you have the deed
Beware
to,
of
of course,
Ishtar.
because you found it in the house, the Durst Manor, the possessed house. You went to check it out, and you basically were completely horrified to find out it had become the residence of a night hag coven. 3 night hags were there, grinding kids' bones into pastries to sell.
Nice
That seem to have
ladies.
addictive properties that unfortunately grief seems to have taken. So you don't know the ramifications of that, but she is one day out of not having that pastry. Unfortunately, during the battle, you did lose Glomfrid somehow. There was a massive explosion between one hag and Glomfrid, and they both disappeared. Dinostar believes they may have left this plane into another. Doesn't mean he's dead, but he's certainly not with you now, and probably no way back.
I think they used the
The Night Hag,
banish
however,
spells.
probably can come back. There were 2 of the 3 of them. Azor definitely beheaded one. The other 2 vanished, and you can be certain you've not seen the end of those 2. It's a mother-daughter, by the way, combination there. So you did find 2 kids that you've rescued, a 7-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl, and you are taking them to Vallaki along with Arena to try to find safe haven for them. And that is where we pick up today. So first order of business, Grief, you are still a rat. Do you want to maintain rat form, or do you want to change back?
Change back.
Okay. Just for the sake of efficiency, I'll go ahead and change you back here. So
Okay.
I'm going to your character's name. It says Grief as a rat. I'm right-clicking there.
Okay.
There's a at the 5 o'clock position. It says revert from wild shape. I'm clicking that. Now you're back to normal. Okay, great.
Sweet. Thank you.
I think our cleric is back on our home planet.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna do some description for you as you leave the windmill. You're going to be on your way to the Valaki town. And the first thing is a description of as you leave. So as you leave the old bone grinder behind, the windmill's creaking blades fading into mist, you find yourselves on a narrow, winding path. It cuts through the heart of a bleak and unforgiving landscape. The road is bordered by gnarled trees, their branches with twisted hands reaching out to ensnare unwary travelers. The sky above is a tapestry of gray, the sun a mere suggestion. Behind a veil of perpetual clouds, the air is thick with the scent of decay, a reminder of the land's corruption. Every so often a raven caws overhead, its harsh cry echoing against the trees like a portent of doom. The path is uneven, strewn with sharp rocks, treacherous roots hidden beneath a layer of fallen leaves, making every step a cautious endeavor.
Sounds like my backyard right now.
The nature you find yourselves on as you make your way towards the town. Just to complete the imagery, I'll push this out to you.
Mhm.
This is basically what we're looking at here. So
Okay.
this is
Oh, spooky. Whoa.
yeah, this is basically
Far from the
the
course. Oh, I like the fog effect.
pathway
Mist.
that you're on.
Misty.
The mist is even moving. That's so cool.
Yeah. As you journey, you hear unsettling sounds that should send shivers down your spines, the rustling of unseen creatures in the underbrush, the distant howl of wolves, and sometimes a faint, mournful sobbing that seems to have no source. The oppressive atmosphere is suffocating as if the very air is heavy with the weight of ancient tragedies and unspeakable secrets. The young children you're carrying try not to sob, be frightened, but they huddle close to you, making progress even slower than it would be normally.
Oh boy.
And you do make your way through this land, but you are very cautious. You're very anxious. Your anxiety is rising. There's just a feeling of not comfort that you have. The
Yeah.
further you travel, the more the woods seem to close around you. Shadows move just at the edge of the vision. There's a feeling of being watched by malevolent eyes. After a while, the line between reality and nightmare frankly blurs, with ghostly figures appearing and disappearing in the mist, trees themselves seeming to whisper in a language as old as fear. And this is what you find yourselves in. In order to try to break the foul, just the foreboding atmosphere, your companion Arena, with whom you're taking to the town, tries to give you a little bit of background on the town you're going to. Okay.
Mhm.
So, what she tells you is that this town, Valaki, is located close to the shores of Lake Zarovich. It's been 4 years since she's been there, and since that time, there has been a change in rulers. You see, the town has always been ruled by the family of the Vlachoviches. Baron Vargas Vlachovich is now in power. He oversees the town. His father, Vargo Vlachovich, had been ruling the town. Very stern, very cruel man, but he had died unexpectedly a few years back. Now his son, Baron Vargas Vlachovich, now oversees the town. She's not been there since she's taken power, but the rumors that reach Barovia and the people that travel there say that the guy is half mad. He believes with all of his being that if he could just project happiness and project optimism, that it keeps Strahd away. You see, Strahd has not been to the town of Valaki in over 100 years. And they firmly believe that the festivals that they put on every month for the past 3 or 4 years helps keep the dread away. Of course, the townspeople think it's completely idiotic and foolish, and none of them enjoy the festivals, but this is what the Baron seems to think. At least that's the rumors that she has heard in Barovia.
Okay.
The however, there are some good people in Barovia, of course. The townsfolk are good. Like anything, it's a mixed bag. But the Church of Saint Andrel is a safe haven. Father Lucian is a good man, and she believes she will be safe there. You see, the church has had protective properties for many years, and as the legend goes, that the church at one time was not a church at all. The church was just a house, and it was a house for a man named Andrel. And this was way back before Strahd became a vampire. But when Strahd became a vampire, that fateful day that he sold out his soul to the dark powers and became a vampire, his guards realized the horrid evil that he become had all launched an attack against him and filled him up with arrows. It didn't bother Strahd, and he did not die. And he killed some of the guards while the other guards scattered and ran. Many of the guards found their way to Andrel's house, and they took refuge there. He was a devout believer in the Lord, although he was no priest or holy figure at that time. So he was in this house. Of course, Strahd chased these guards to the house, and according to the Vampire Allowance Clause, Strahd could not enter Andrel's home without permission. Normally, this is not a problem because Strahd would just charm the resident into letting him in, and then he would do what he wants. However, Andrel miraculously withstood each and every attempt Strahd made to charm him. For that, Andrel gave thanks to his Lord, and then by that grace, he was emboldened and declared so long as he remained in his home, people would be safe from the evils of Strahd. And so it turned out that Andrel and the guards ended up living the rest of their lives within the house, never once leaving. They grew their own food, and they lived entirely communally. Eventually, they all grew old and passed away, never leaving the house. When he passed, the land itself became hallowed ground at the death of Andrel. As the house aged, it was eventually torn down, and the church was built in its place. So long as St. Andrel's bones remained on site, the church is consecrated and the evil can't come in. And that's where she plans to take refuge now that she's been marked by Strahd. And that is what she tells you and grows quiet at the prospect of failing in that mission.
Does that mean she's not going to be able to leave the house?
Well, it does mean that unless you are successful in dealing with Strahd. Better that, she says, becoming one of his filthy spawn. I would rather die than do that.
Well, at least it's some safe place that we can get her to that we don't have to worry, because we've already got 2 kids in tow and her. So we got 3 innocent people to keep alive until we get to this place.
Yes. She said memory serves there is an orphanage in the town, and we should seek that out after getting her to the church. As you're talking and your mood does take your, brighten a bit, taking your mind off the sullen and the creepy pathway you're on. Eventually the landscape does slowly give way. The trees become less dense, and the feeling does lift slightly, though never fully. Balaki, the town, it appears, looms ahead. The town, encircled by wooden palisade, its gates like jaws of some great beast. Entering the town may offer a respite from the horrors of the road, but in Barovia, of course, safety is probably always an illusion. Terror lurks around, as Glomfred, your companion, sadly witnessed. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates. There are a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road ahead of the gates, outside the gates, are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. A 15-foot high wall seems to enclose the town. And that's where you find yourself, outside of a gate. And you hear, as you approach, you hear someone yell, "Who goes there? Halt! In the name of Valaki, I demand to know who comes to this town."
I'll let their friend here talk.
Yeah. Beatrix just looks to our
That's
our
her.
new
I
our new
mean,
party member.
she probably.
Yeah, well, Arena steps forward, cloaked, with her head bowed and still disguised. She says, "My lord, we're, as you can tell, we are mercenaries in the pursuit of wolves, but we have found ill luck in our journey. We seek to replenish and renew our hunt, but we need to stay at an inn tonight, and we need the resources of Valaki to do so. We come from Barovia." And with that, too, the man says, "Stay here." And he disappears for a moment. There's another guard who actually is female, walks up with a pike in her hand that she can put through the gate should she need to. She's watching you with eyes. The man comes back and he hands the parchment to the female and says, "Sergeant, take down their descriptions and go to Izek. Tell them we have strangers in town." He then walks to the right about 5 feet, gets a chain and lifts open the gate and to say, "Do not cause trouble. You're about to have our festival in 2 days. Enjoy the festival. Take part. It is mandatory, after all, that you take part. And don't cause trouble."
Mandatory.
And with that, he ushers you in.
I ask our friend Reno, what kind of festival are we talking about?
She says, "I have no idea. Maybe Father Lucian will know. Let's seek him out." If we're entering on the east side of town, there's a main road that goes through all of Valaki. The church is on the west side, so maybe we keep our eyes open and our mouths shut. We'll learn something along the way, she says.
All right. Well, I turn my
You
light
guys-
spell off on my staff. I don't see any reason to have it on now.
Okay. All right, so there's the 6 of you, 5 adventurers. Well, actually, the 6 adults and 2 children make your way on a street. And unlike Barovia, which had very few people out and about, as you get into the streets, you notice there is a lot of activity. In fact, there's a lot of people running around this town, going from point A to point B, from point C to point D. It's very active. People going about their normal business, and you imagine several perhaps on, festival business. You don't know. Here is a quick image to share, and I'll come off the road. So this is kind of the sight you're seeing as you are going into town here.
Ooh. Nice.
Yeah. So there's plenty of people and lots of happenings around here. A lot of people bringing. You can see like cartons of twigs and wooden kind of branches of some sort, moving it from around the town here. But there is a main road that's wider than the rest, and Arena tells you this is our road. Let's head west, and it won't be long before we are. In at the church. And sure enough, you guys make your way. You see families, you see townsfolk moving about. You do see a lot of guards. You see a lot of guards who are sharp-eyed and at attention. These are not slouchy guards. They're not playing dice. They're not sitting down with their helmet off. They're at attention, and they are looking around. And they all eye you as you, clearly marking you as foreigners and potential threat. But no one does anything. They just keep you in their eyesight. Okay.
Are people with weapons? Like, are they like armed just for safety reasons, or there's anybody that looks dangerous otherwise? Just guards. Okay.
Guards are. You don't see anybody carrying a sword or anything. You're out of place for the most part,
Mm-hmm.
in armor and weapons that you can see at least on the main road.
Okay.
It's not long before you come to a four-way intersection that appears to be an official-looking building, which you're guessing is the town hall. And outside the town hall, you're a bit, I don't know, not happy to see that there are some stockades out there, and it looks like there are some poor citizens languishing in those stockades as you walk by. You don't understand what their crime might have been, but you see
Don't care.
two men, two women, and sadly, two maybe teenagers or something in the stocks.
Oh.
So Irena says, things may have gone downhill since I was last here, and they weren't great then. And she trudges on. And it's not long before the evening light begins to fade. It's becoming darker, and certainly evening approaches. Perhaps another 20-minute walk, and you're at the opposite side. And around the corner, you see the following image. With an early moonrise, she says, "Well, here it is. This is the Church of St. Andrew." And as you see the church, she kind of is not quite running, but she's very quickly moving towards the church as if something's chasing her. She's not alone, though. You see other people walking briskly into the church as well. This is, you're not in a desolate place here. And so as you come into the church, you're greeted by a well-lit area and a well-lit room.
We're inside.
Yeah. You're pressing in. There's some.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah,
I
she's pressing in.
I didn't know I was going inside. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Okay.
If you want to wait outside in the graveyard,
Well,
just
I mean,
let me know.
I would like the choice, is what I'm saying, because like all of a sudden I don't even know if we got people around us that look suspicious or anything.
You just see people going into the church, and you let me know. I mean, you guys have. I'm just narrating at this point. Pretty soon, you're going to be in a whole host of freedom of choice. Just getting you to this point, but absolutely, if you want to stay outside and take watch and observe.
No, as long as there's not. I just need to know there's not an active threat, and I don't like ambushes. So, well, you know that about me. So, okay.
Right. No, there's no active threat. Yeah, there's no threat to your knowledge, and
we need to find some local clothing.
Your ranger does not sense any undead close by either.
Which is a miracle, considering we're in a graveyard.
Yes, it is actually kind of a miracle, actually. Okay. All right. Okay. So kind of the descriptor here is slouching century-old stone church has a bulging steeple in the back and walls lined with cracked stained glass, windows depicting pious saints. A fence of wrought iron encloses the garden of gravestones next to the church. A thin mist creeps among graves, which we saw. Okay, as you come in, you'll see a lot of townfolk, maybe 20 of them milling about. There are benches. Clearly, it's arranged. There's one massive hall and some back area rooms. There's clearly a figure in a cream-colored robe, shaking hands and talking to various people. They come up to him unfailingly. Everyone seems to come up to him, and Irena says, "Oh, that's him," and she takes down her cloak, the hood of her cloak, and begins to make her way over. She says, "Don't be alarmed. This church has always offered safe haven." And And so as she approaches, you guys tell me. She makes her way over to the priest. Do you guys follow her? Go with her? Do you stay in the back? What do you guys want to do?
Oh, I'm right next to her. And what does this priest look like? Is he young, old?
Yeah. So the priest is old. He's gray. He is, but he's a 5'10", standard build. Can't really tell so much under the cloak, but under the robe. But he is, he's seen some winters, as they say. He's not ancient, but he's past his prime, to be sure. But he seems to have a kindly face, intelligent eyes, and with an alertness about him. Maybe ex-military, if you were to guess, if you didn't see the robe.
Okay.
Well, she recognized him, obviously, so.
Yeah. Beatrix doesn't walk up with them, but she kind of like stands close enough that she can obviously see and hear their conversation.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
kind of over by Beatrix.
Okay.
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 Yeah. I guess Bathwell will be on the right side of her, and I'll be on the left side. I don't know, just about a half foot behind her.
Right. Okay. Well, and the people, I'll go ahead and people can't help but notice you're not the normal nightly visitors to the church, and everyone kind of gawks at you guys as you make your way with Arena leading the charge. She gets within 5 feet.
What gave us away? The blue orc?
Of the priest and says, "Father Lucian, a word, please. You don't recognize me, but this is Arena Kolyana." And she says, he turns and shakes the hand of the person next to him and turns to Arena and says, "Arena, it has been some years. Welcome back. Although I dare say I wouldn't have recognized you. I would almost guess that you are in some sort of disguise and not wanting to be seen. Let's talk in private. I take it these are your guards, your friends?"
Protectors.
He said, "Yes, they have protected me along the way." And he said, "Well, very good."
We also don't want her
looks
to become a
among
vampire,
you and he
so
says, "My
protected
name
ourselves.
is Lucian Petrovich. I am the priest here for many, many years. I oversee the St. Andrew Church as a beacon in an ever-growing dark place we find ourselves. But hey, I'm a bit melodramatic here as the service is about to begin. Tell me, Arena, what brings you here, and in disguise with armed combatant protectors, no less? Tell me what's wrong." So she whispers in his ear, and his eyes furrow deeply as he shakes his head. He whispers back to her and then nods and says, "This is grim business. Doubly so because of the ill news I have to share with you, Arena." He says,
This place is always bad news.
"Normally our church would be a safe haven for you." And he speaks in low tones so no one can overhear him.
Good old Barovia.
But only a week ago were the sacred bones of St. Andrew stolen from beneath the church. He says, I have no idea why or how. I've never mentioned the existence of the bones to anybody but young Yiska, my altar assistant. I mentioned it to him because he was so scared about things, and I just assured him that we were safe because of the bones, and now a week later they're gone. I know he knows what's happened to them, but he's too scared to say. I think he's also, frankly, scared of displeasing me to say, "Arena, maybe you can talk to him and find something where I cannot." But with those bones gone, no one knows it, but this is no longer a safe place for anybody. you need to find those bones and
Yeah,
bring them
figures.
back, and it will be consecrated again. Until then, none of us really are safe. The good news is no one knows at the moment, but I don't know how long that will be. And as he says that, a lady comes up and interrupts. Father, Father, please help my son Udo. You know the Burgermeister, he's arrested him. He needs your help. And he takes the woman off to the side and talks calmly to her, and she's sobbing on his shoulder. And after a moment, he comes back and says, look, you've been journeying here. Of course, there's the inn, but feel free to stay here. If you need to take a rest, there's a back room. There's no beds, of course, but it's a large enough area where you can sit down and have rations should you want. I will be having service tonight for these good townsfolk. Any of them stay here during the night just because they don't like to be elsewhere. So I will be doing this for the next while. Make yourself at home. Feel free to listen to message of hope I bring. But until then, you may want to try Yeska. He's in the back room. He's in the back room to the right where the boys are. Maybe you can learn something. With that, he turns away and he goes and meets with other people before he
I
gets
wanted to
ready
have a word, but I
bring
guess we're not
his,
going to have a word.
the service.
Well, let's hope he keeps that secret to himself. He's already told a couple people. No one should know this thing. This is like the most major secret to keep of all secrets when you think about it, right? Because as long as even the vampires don't know about it, they're going to assume that nothing's changed, so the place is good as protected. The minute someone lets that out and the word gets to the vampires, this place is going to come under attack.
Yeah. And what about the bones keeps this place safe? I'm so confused. How does that work?
It's
Well, Lorena says, well, according to the legend, when the Andril had died, that he had the blessings, heavenly blessings on the house. Something about him. Somehow he was graced to be a ward against the evil. And so now that he had died, it just passed on to his bones and his personage. That as long as that personage remained in the area would be also warded.
Okay.
It's a saint's bones.
Okay.
Incorruptible.
Saints are pretty cool then. Well,
Yeah,
where
at
do
least
we...
in this case.
Right.
Yeah,
Where
so
do we start looking?
Well, who would, I mean...
he says, well, she says, we should talk to that young boy, Yeska. If he knows, if he was the only one that knew about the bones, then certainly he must have a hand in this, because certainly the father never would have told anybody.
And why didn't they have these bones under lock and key? I don't understand how this... Yeah, I really do want to talk to this kid, because that's sketch.
Maybe he's in league.
I
Maybe.
don't
know.
Well,
I don't know.
Well, somebody's at... I mean, think about it. Why didn't they have these things completely locked up? I mean, no one should have been able to access this stuff except for the high priest.
Right.
So I'm thinking that some other means was used to steal this stuff.
Ooh. Oh, no.
We're probably dealing with another non-human. My first guess. If I had to guess right now, there's something else involved. Not necessarily undead, though. It could be something else.
Okay. Well,
Could be something else that's also afraid of the vampires.
True.
That's a good point.
True.
Could be somebody that wanted it for themselves. Could be another village.
Well, who should we question or talk to first? Especially if asking questions even will be really suspicious around here, you know? Like, if they even think that we're talking about bones missing, then the news might spread faster than we want it.
Well, our biggest problem is that we stick out because we've got a blue orc and a girl with horns in her head.
Well, hey, she's got a top hat now, Dennis Star.
Oh,
She's
okay.
trying her best to hide it.
Well, that's good. But the blue orc, that's a dead giveaway. That were from other places. I don't think they even have orcs on this around here.
Plane. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
we
should
can't
definitely be
help
careful
that.
about who goes out and asks questions.
Right. Well, that fool has a cloak. She could try wearing that, but yeah, if anybody gets too close, they'll definitely notice that she's definitely not from around here.
Well, we probably should do that, actually. We should. I mean, like it or not, we probably should make her get used to hiding her face, because you two are easy enough to pretend to be human. All you have to do is just cover your ears.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we could do that. I'm pretty sure I have like a scarf or something in my bag. She can cover over her nose and her mouth too while she's wearing a hood. I can check my inventory. I'm sure I have some fabric we can use. You have a cloak as well? Okay.
So, yeah, I can put that on.
At least it'll be a little less inconspicuous when we leave the church.
Well, it sounds like it's a pretty big town, so.
Yeah, that's true.
That'll work to our advantage. So the people that haven't seen us.
Yeah. Okay.
So he did point to the back. There's a room to the back. Let's imagine like there's just a large area, rectangular area with benches facing the front. There's the typical dais and the place where the service is held, where he can be up a lectern, whatnot. But around that, behind that, are like a couple hallways going down to a large room on the left that he pointed to, where you could relax and take rations and rest. Not really furnished. It's just kind of a large room. Then the room to the right, as he indicated, that the assistant might be in.
I'm not hearing any sound effects, by the way. Is anybody else?
Yeah, I don't.
I think I hear like really little crickets chirping, but that's about it.
Well, the bars are moving, but there's no volume.
Yeah. So let's here's you hear he starts to ring the church bells indicating the service. Let's see if you hear that.
Barely. I've got it maxed.
Yeah, I can hear it. It's there.
Sometimes the effects take
I don't think y'all are going to hear
the
stream very well.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear that. Well, I guess we go into this back room. What do you guys think? What else is there to do? I mean, we got to talk to this kid.
Rena says, well, an 8-year-old kid, if we want to scare him to death, then we all should definitely go in full armor and regalia. But perhaps a softer touch might be needed. Perhaps Beatrix and I could go back there and see if we could have a soft word with them.
Oh, I see.
Well, you guys...
Not sexist at all.
No, not at all. What do you mean, Dennis Star? You
Well,
look terrifying.
It's fine, fine. Let the woman do it. I'll go look for some cookies or something.
It's
a grim group. It's a grim group here. So, okay. So,
how old is this assistant? He's under 12.
She doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
He didn't say.
Well, take Grief with you. She's got the highest charisma in the group.
This is true. Can Grief come? Is that okay?
She's got her top hat.
You're playing Grief. That's up to you.
I'm just asking the other character, Arena, if Grief can come.
Well, I suppose as long as their horns are covered by a hat, that shouldn't disturb the child too much.
Okay.
Assuming it is a child, so let's go see what we can see.
Okay, all right. So Grief and Beatrix follow her.
Okay, so Beatrix, Grief, and Arena go to the hallway on the right, rightly, and obtrusively as people are getting settled into their seats. And I guess you guys start to hug the wall on the left and start to go down the hallway to the left behind the large room, um, to, to get in the smaller room just to, I guess, relax or whatever. Take a load off. You've been on your feet, and it's been. You certainly wouldn't mind taking at least what we would deem a short rest, if not longer.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So if you guys
Well,
are
in that
agreed, then
case,
that's
I'm
what
going to
we're
get a
doing.
spell back.
Half the party's going left, half the party's going right. So the
Arcane
party on the right,
recovery.
Rena, Grief, and Beatrix,
You learn to
work their way
regain some of your
down.
magical energy by studying
They
your
go
spell
down
book. Once per
along.
day, when you
You
finish a
begin to
short
hear
rest, you can
the
choose
Father
extended,
Lucian.
expended
His
spell slots to
gravelly voice
recover.
starts to speak out. Clearly, the service is beginning. You come
Take a
to a
look.
wooden door,
Equal to or less than
and
half your
it
hit
is
spells.
not
So
closed,
5,
but it's
so
not fully open. It's kind of cracked open. There's a
2.5
warm
rounded
yellow
up,
light
3.
spilling out, clearly from some lanterns or candles. You push the door open. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
getting back
That's the plan.
All right.
third level spell slot.
All right.
That's good.
All right. So you push the door open with a creak. It opens up, and you see a room with 3 or 4 beds in it. On one of the beds there sits what you would think would be probably an 8-year-old boy. He is basically polishing some leather. Some leather or something or other. You can't really see what it is, but he's just polishing it.
Okay.
And at the creak of the door, he looks up and he says, very nervous little guy. He says, "Who are you?"
And Beatrix, she quickly says, hello, yes, this is Lady Arena, and we're her handmaids. We're just in checking for a visit, and, you know, we heard that maybe you had a fright recently, and so we want to check in and see how you were doing.
What? Well, Father Lucian says it's always polite to say hello. My name is Yeska. He stands up and he bows kind of stiffly, and then he sits back down the bed. What do you mean, fright?
Well, I believe the priest, the kind priest, mentioned something that maybe you might have seen happen recently here in the churchyard. But tell us if we're wrong. I mean, did you see anything interesting happen here lately?
He looks down at his hands. I'm not sure what you mean. And he's looking at his hands.
Okay, okay. Well, how's life been? How are things going? Are you happy here?
And then his eyes come back up. Oh yes, Father Lucian is very kind to me. You see, I live at the orphanage, but during the day I'm able to come here and help Father Lucian with his duties. Me and Malovich, and he ducks his head again. Malovich is not well, and he mumbles and gets quiet.
Oh, who's this Malovich? Is that your friend?
He takes care of us at the orphanage. He helps Father Lucian too. He digs graves, and he's a kind boy, but he's gotten ill and he's hurting. And can you help him? Can you help him? He needs help. And then he looks back down at his hands.
Oh my, I'd love to help. Do you know what's wrong with him? Is he sick?
He, he he starts to cry, and he's sobbing, and he's saying, I think he's being punished for taking the bones.
Oh
He starts to cry.
no. Taking bones? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. What bones?
Uh, uh, there's some special bones that Father Lucian told me about, and I told Milo, but he took them, and I know he took them. I know he means well. He took them to get money for the orphanage, but But now he's sick and he's hurting, and I think he's being punished.
Oh, I see. That's quite sad. And Beatrix leans down and gives him like a little pat on the shoulder to try and be comforting. Well, we're going to go visit him and we're going to ask him some questions and then we're going to try and help him if that's okay.
He just nods and he looks at his hands. Please help him. He's a friend to all of us kids at the orphanage.
Of course, we'll do our very best. How far is the orphanage from here?
I don't know. I usually can run there in the time it takes for the sun to get from a tall part of the tree to a little bit lower. I don't know. It's not
Okay.
far.
It's not far. Okay. All right. Well, we'll go make a visit as soon as we can, but you hang in there, okay? Things are going to be all right. Just stay close to the father, all right?
And he nods and he kind of lays on the bed and puts his head in his pillow. And he starts to sob.
Oh. Grief walks over and gives him a little back rub and is like, "Don't worry, we're going to fix things. It's going to be okay. I know how to heal people."
You
And
promise? Really?
yes, yes, of course. I promise.
All right. I'm so happy. And then
Beatrix
he,
just nods and then walks towards the door.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, Arena nods to you both and winks an eye, and she leaves, uh and she says, oh, by the way, we may have two little friends for you to join the orphanage here soon. And he looks up from this pillow and says, really? That would be great. We have so many great kids there now, but they're all hurting a little bit.
Oh no.
They're all, you see? And he raises his arm and he shows you a bruise on his arm.
Oh.
See,
Oh
we're
no.
all hurting. We're all getting bruises, and
Oh my
we
goodness.
don't. I think
Uh-oh.
we're all being punished. And then he lays back down.
Oh my goodness. We're gonna try and make this right. Don't you worry.
Okay.
Beatrix leaves and holds the door open for Grief and Arena to follow her.
Okay. So you guys leave and you shut the door behind you, and there is you don't have to go back all the way around to the front of the church, then, around the corner and back. There's a clearly a pathway or a hallway that leads from the left room to the right room, where the other party members, apparently had gone, and with the kids, by the way. So.
Okay. Okay. So they head that way back toward where they know they can find the remaining of their group.
Right. Okay. Well, it's not long before you enter into a well-lit rectangular room, which is oddly just what would be carpeted, kind of. It's got a throw on it, and a cropped kind of fur or something, but it basically is wall to wall, and you see Denistar and Azor and Bethel sitting against the wall, clearly, glad to have a load off their feet and being under a roof and out of the mist for a change.
Yeah.
And as you enter, that's what you see.
Okay. Beatrix thinks resting looks great, but she walks over. She
And
sits
little does
down
the DM
and
know I got
says,
my
"Well, we figured some
spell
stuff
back."
out. At least our next lead. We need to go visit an orphanage." And yeah.
Oh, lovely. This
Yeah.
just doesn't ever get less complicated for some reason.
Yeah. So we found out from the little boy, he was very young. He has a friend at the orphanage where he stays when he's not assisting here at the church. And this friend apparently learned about the bones. And our little informant basically confirmed that his friend is responsible for the act of removing these bones. And now, evidently, he and the other children of the orphanage are all very sick. And our informant says he thinks it's some sort of punishment for having removed the bones. So, yeah, we should probably go check that out.
His friend is another child, or did he give you no description?
He said he was also an orphan. He did not confirm his age. As I do have a name though. It's I think it's Molovic or Milovic, one of those two. But yeah, I wrote that down so I wouldn't forget. But
everything
yeah,
that begins with an M is bad.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. This person, whoever they are, is responsible for causing trouble. So
fine. Ranger, I think this ranger should be able to find a kid in a town pretty easily, I would imagine.
Yeah. And the boy did say the orphanage wasn't too far, but he didn't have an exact descriptor of how long it takes him to walk from the church to the orphanage. So
all right. Well, let's make sure that we're well prepared. They are kids. So let's make sure we have, I don't know, maybe we should stop at a bakery on the way or something.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I love baked goods.
That'd be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, pick up some goodies for the kids.
What?
Well, not for grief this time. This will be for the kid. Just, we got to make sure we keep this kid calm, and that way, if we bribe him with goodies, he'll be, he'll probably cough up the information about the bones. But
Right.
I'm still suspicious. I think that this.
Yeah.
Why would the kid take the bones unless somebody else put him up to it?
Well, he said, this is just what he said. I don't necessarily believe it, but he said Molovic took it because they're poor and he wanted to sell the bones or trade the bones so that the orphanage could have more money. I don't know that I believe that, but that is what he mentioned. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this.
I mean,
Well,
Renna. Go ahead.
Renna chimes in to say, well, I think you're right to be distrustful, but it does at least align with our need to get these children in a home, and what better place than an orphanage. So this is at least one thing we can satisfactorily take care of. If the orphanage is a safe place, I'm not so sure it is, given what's being said here.
Yeah, I mean, if all the kids are ending up sick, and and the bruises on the boy's arm, it looks like someone's been hitting him.
Well, not to mention they're making little thieves out of them, apparently. So,
yeah,
it's like we're in an Oliver Twist novel or something. But yeah,
right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making too much out of it. I'm just paranoid. This whole negative plane makes me paranoid. But
yeah, I can't blame you, Wizard. But at least we know where we're heading next.
Bruises?
That's a good question. I don't know. They just looked like they didn't look, necessarily blue and shiny or anything like that. They just looked like his skin was patchy and dark in a few areas. On his arms. I mean, his arms is what he showed me.
They're not being abused by somebody, are they?
Right. I don't know. It was hard to get. He said sick. He kept using the word sick. And that they were ill and they weren't doing well. And so I would hope he's not confused with, being sick versus being hit and physically abused by somebody. But
what a time for us not to have our cleric with us.
Right. Well, at least we have a druid who can heal a little bit.
Yeah, animals.
And a paladin.
Yes.
Paladin can lay hands.
Right. And in our inventory, I think we still have some healing potions, if I do remember correctly.
Keep those for the group. Okay, well, I mean, everyone should get some rest.
Are there enough places to sleep here?
As DM, I did put you through a short rest. I figured at least an hour was spent. You guys tell me if you want to take a long rest, or if you would, just tell me. I'll work it in.
Okay.
About what time of day is it?
It's nighttime. I would say it's probably 9 p.m. at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys want to stay in for the night and try and venture out in the morning when we know vampires won't be about? Or...
I don't think that's a good idea because the bones are too
Okay.
important. The longer we wait, the more dangerous it becomes. What if somebody takes the bones while we're sitting here sleeping for 6 hours?
That's a good point.
So, plus we haven't
Yeah.
really used up a whole lot of firepower.
Any bakeries that are open on the way?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
Yeah,
some bakeries.
Speaking of which, Grief, roll me a Constitution
Oh God.
save.
Okay. Oh wait, I don't know if I rolled that. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Oh no.
Boy, that's 3 in a row. That's 3 in a row.
Oh no. Oh no.
Grief is you looking a little bit closer at Grief. You notice that she's sweating a little bit, and
Oh no.
she's not doing terrific. In fact, there's an effect I'm going to put on her. It's just similar to being poisoned. She's going to be disadvantaged for a little bit. Okay. Okay. So Grief is not doing well. She's a little ill.
Okay. Poor Grief. Beatrix leans over and looks at her and is like, You doing okay? Grief just like gradually drifts from one side to the other. Are you okay? And Grief's like, I'm fine, I think, I'm fine. Beatrix just looks doubtful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay. So would you guys decide? Sorry. I missed.
I agree.
You guys are
with
venturing out?
Yeah, I agree with Denistar as Beatrix. I think that the sooner we kind of figure out what the heck's going on with this orphanage, probably the better. But I am open to Azor. It's Azor's opinion too.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I definitely think we should get there as soon as possible. But yeah, I mean, if we were wanting to come bearing gifts, I feel like it's a little late in the night for that. But
We can promise to bring some in the morning. I mean, they might believe that, right? We could just say we'll come back with baked goods in the morning. Maybe.
That's an interesting ability the paladin has. Protection. When a creature you see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll. You must be wielding a shield.
Okay.
Earlier, I mean, if the secret gets out that it's not, that those bones are not here,
I'm assuming
this journey's basically going to be for naught.
He has a shield.
Okay, so you guys, make a decision, the hard decision to go find this orphanage, right? Clearly, the Father Lucia is preaching. He's sharing a service. You're not going to be able to ask him unless you want to make a spectacle of where this orphanage is. So you'll have to find somebody outside to get directions to the orphanage.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, that's fair. All right. Are there people like directly outside the church, or are they kind of like a little ways further into the town?
You guys, okay, so you guys suit up and get your stuff back together and immobilize out?
Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
Grief is wounded, so I think...
I mean, yeah, she's
I think
poisoned.
Well, the poison is probably going to continue, but she's actually wounded. She has 11 hit points off, so that's... Does she have a heal spell, or I can use the paladin to... I'm just thinking that we should heal some of that, or if not all of it.
Sure.
And then,
Let me look.
considering we have basically an hour rest.
She's got cure wounds and healing word. So, which would you think would be better in this instance, Andrew?
Well, it's probably cure wounds, right? Healing word is at a distance. You can look at a person, heal them. Cure wounds is you touch yourself, or touch
Okay.
a person.
Yeah.
It's got more healing power, basically. 1d8 plus 5
Okay.
plus
I'm gonna
1
roll
per
that.
level.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
9.
It's better.
Okay, so bring that down to 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you just healed yourself. Check.
Yeah.
Good.
I was about
A little
to
bit
say
more
I need to.
manageable.
Yeah, I do need to check one of my spell slots now, though, right? Because I just used that.
You should. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's level 1 spell. Okay.
Yeah, but
11
I'm
spell.
thinking she might have, I don't know what her abilities are, but she may have something you can check under the abilities tab
Mhm.
to see if she, on a short rest, is able to get a spell back. It's possible.
She.
Um,
I think that's only for you. That's only for you. No, I don't think she does. But
Okay.
but
Good
you
enough
can.
for
I
now.
mean, you can, when you have some
I
downtime.
mean, we're not far off of taking a long rest, so
Sure.
hopefully.
Yeah,
Well,
she's got
we think.
no spells checked off, so she's plenty of slots left. Okay, so so you've healed grief. Anything else? Any other spells you want to cast in the relative quietness down here?
Actually,
Or are
yes.
you good?
Who has something they want me to identify? I can do it once.
To identify?
Check your
Oh,
inventory.
Yeah.
Check your inventory. You'll
Someone
know
had
if
a-
you have something unidentified in your inventory.
Someone had a cloak, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, does it show up black if it's unidentified?
Oh yeah, potion. I have a potion here.
It just shows unidentified object. It'll just say cloak unidentified or so.
Oh.
Party sheet inventory.
Oh, yeah, the scroll, too. I need to know what this scroll is that you gave me. And actually, I can identify all your scrolls, probably. I mean, just by, like,
Okay.
looking at the damn thing. I don't need to use my spell on a scroll.
Right.
Just have to spend a little time studying it. You just can't at a glance figure it out, but
Well, I mean, a scroll is a
given some
scroll.
time,
I
you
should
can
be
figure
able...
it out.
If it's a magic scroll, it
But
should
if you don't know
be...
the spell, you're not. It's not like going to say it in the title, right? You're going to have to figure out what it does, and it's going to take some time. So you can't just glance at it and say, "Oh, it's this." You're going to have to spend some time and research it for an hour.
I beg to differ. I'm not trying to...
Well-
a scroll is usable, like, almost instantaneously. It's not like I'm trying to put it in my spell book.
Yeah, right. So, but you need to identify it. So that's my call for the game. So you're gonna have to identify it.
I'm not
research.
identifying. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm not going to put an identify spell on a scroll, but I'll wait
That's
for
fine.
it.
But you can't immediately look at it and see what it is. So, what I'm telling you and everyone else, if you have a scroll and you don't know it, then you need to spend at least an hour looking at it to figure out what it does. If you have the ability to know, right?
I
like
do
at
not
first
have a
level-
scroll. So
Well, I
have
don't
a
agree with the
problem.
DM on this one, but we'll let it go.
And that assumes you can know it, right? There are some spells. A guy with an 8 intelligence is not going to be able to figure out a 10th level spell.
I mean, I have a 20 intelligence,
There are limits to that. At least that's how the
and I'm a
rules used to be.
wizard. So,
So, okay.
I don't honestly see. Maybe I'm struggling, but I don't see any unidentified items in Beatrix's possession. So, maybe I'm blind though. But I looked at the party sheet and I looked at her private inventory, and I don't see anything unidentified. So it might just be.
I think there's 4 potions on yours. It turns on my sheet. It turns red. It's like
Oh, okay,
so-
yeah. I have 4. In that case, I have 4 potions that are. I mean, potion is highlighted in black for me, so maybe that's it.
there's a cloak and a fine scroll for Azor.
Yeah, that's for me.
Okay. I can
Denistar.
produce the potions, but I don't know how Denistar's spell works. Can he only cast it on one item at a time, or is
yeah,
it
I'm not.
multiple items?
I'm not going to cast identify now on a
Okay.
potion because it's still
Okay.
a spell slot. So,
Yeah, sure.
one major potential magic item, whether it's a weapon or a cloak or a piece of armor, that kind of thing.
Okay, go for it, Azor. Whatever you got.
Oh,
I have
so
a
you,
cloak.
okay. All right. I wave my hands in a mystical manner over the cloak, and presto, identify.
All right, so Dennis takes it in his hand. He speaks some words. It shimmers, and what became a black cloak now becomes a black cloak with some very dark gray symbols on it that weren't there before. And Dinostar proclaims that this fine cloth, made with silver and gold threads, is a cloak of protection.
Oh, nice.
It will help you on both your armor class and your saving throws.
Wow.
+1 or +2 or?
It's the lowest strength, you believe.
Oh, okay, so
It's a
+1.
powerful but not ultra powerful cloak. Whoever should wear that and put that on. Whoever's going to wear it should don it and make it part of what they've got going on.
Right.
In other words, don't carry it in your inventory.
Yeah,
You can
wear it.
carry, you can equip, or you can not carry. You want to make sure that you are equipping it.
Hold
Right,
on. Don't put the cloak on yet. I don't like how the DM is wording this. This sounds this sounds like a potentially
Like a trap.
cursed item.
I am not leading you guys down I'm not leading you down that road. You identified a cloak of protection. And I'm just saying, from a fantasy grounds viewpoint, I hope that by equipping it, it will mathematically factor in the protections.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's not gonna instantly strangle our ranger. We need him right now. Yeah.
Right. The cloak of poison. Yes. Yeah. Right. It's a mimic. Yeah, a mimic as a cloak.
gosh.
Yeah. No, you're
It's
good.
the weakest cloak of protection that will just murder you when you put it on you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, Azor. Well,
Right.
you got a nice cloak there.
Yeah. For
Thank
sure.
you, Dinostar.
No problem.
All right.
Okay.
Are we
So good.
to head out?
Anything else you guys want to do before you head out? It's that took 10 minutes, no more.
No, we better get moving.
Yeah, I'm good.
Well, I
Okay.
do have a
Ready to
question. Like, what
go.
does this cloak look like? Does it have like or is it more like a cape?
It's not like cape. It's I would say it's it ties around your neck. It goes around the shoulders. There are not sleeves. It's not like a jacket or sleeves, but it is full length. It goes almost
I'll be
down
right back.
to
I gotta get my coffee.
probably down to your lower calf. It's black with some very fine gold and silver embroidery at places, and some very dark gray symbols on it, which confer protections upon it. So it goes easily over your armor and whatnot. So with a little manipulation, what you're going to have to do is put your quiver and your bow on your back, and make sure you can get at your weapons as you need to. A little configuring, but no problem.
Okay. Yeah, that's why I was curious, because I was gonna say I was gonna resituate those so that my bow and my stuff are on the outside of the cloak.
Okay. All right, very good. Okay, cool. So with that being said, you guys ready to head out, or you want to do more?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, very cool. All right, so you guys you pack up your stuff and you head back out quietly as possible, but without, of course, eyes unfailingly darting to 6 adults and 2 children, kind of sneaking, for lack of a better word, not really sneaking, but quietly, furtively trying to move outside. Without any, of course, event you do. Once again, this is the scene before your eyes. There is a full moon out. There are mists in the graveyard. but the street is ahead of you, and you do still see activity, even though it's 9 o'clock at night. People still seem to be moving on the street. I'm sure it wouldn't take any problem to catch up with one and ask them.
Cool. Okay. Unless Azor wants to, I'll have Beatrix walk up to somebody that we approach closest to first and just politely inquire if they can point us in the direction of the orphanage.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Beatrix
So
goes
you
ahead
see,
and does that.
yeah, you see a lady hustling down the street with her 2 kids, walking in your general direction. She sees this band of armored people, cloaked as you may be, and 2 kids. She's trying to go to the other side of the road to avoid you completely. When you are kind of diagonally heading her off, and she recognizes that she clearly is trying to figure out what to do. She doesn't want to be talking to you, just given the strange nature of the look of the party. But nonetheless, she stops, brings the kids in close to her,
How are we
and looks up at
strange?
you and says, "Can I help you?"
Yes, hi. I'm so sorry to bother you, but we're actually we have a couple of children here that we're trying to find some caretakers for, and we were hoping you could point us in the direction of the nearest orphanage.
And with that, she visibly relaxes, and her hands come off her children's shoulders a bit and say, "Oh, well, in that case, yeah, Miss Belasco is who you're looking for. She's the headmistress of the orphanage. It's a little bit of a walk, but it's a fine night for it, I guess. And there's still a lot of people out on festival business. So if you take the main road east this way," she points the way you came before, "you'll come to the town hall, a main intersection with stockades and those poor people there. There's a road that goes left or north. If you follow that road north, then you can't help but miss the orphanage up on the left-hand side. A little bit of a walk, but you'll see it. It sits apart, but you can't miss it. There's a large sign that says orphanage."
Why, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. I wish you good evening.
"Yes, ma'am," and she grabs her kids and quickly walks by the party on her way.
And Beatrix signals
Sure
to the
enough,
group. It's like this way.
sure enough, there are people. There are people about. The stores are closed-ish. There's still lights on the patios and whatnot, but people are still moving about in the streets a little bit. Not as much as it was before, but still, yeah, there's still traffic.
Good stuff. All
Hi
right.
there.
Well, at least it
Don't
doesn't
worry,
feel
it's not
unsafe
sponsored.
completely out here. But yeah, Beatrix basically motions to the group and shows them the direction that they need to be walking.
Okay. Okay, so you guys make your way down the street. Again, the guards are still out, and they're looking at you with even more intensity, perhaps, because there's, it's nighttime, and there's a party of 6 strangers. Although they've been informed that there are strangers in town at this point.
Well, we might as well just
But,
wave a
you
flag
get-
while we're walking through.
Yeah, wave a white
get-
flag.
You get the sense that you're definitely being watched, at least by the guards. But you make your way through the town, and there are you see stores and houses and stores. Some houses larger than others, but all the way around towards the back, at a distance, you can see the large wood wall, the palisade that is. That's a reminder that these guys are trying to not keep people in, but things out. And it's a stark reminder that there is, despite the, I don't know, the nicety, the busyness of the town, the almost normalcy of the town, that there's something abnormal about it. So So it's not long before you guys are at that crossroads. You do see stockades, and you know to make a left to go north. It's now that you actually realize that on those stockades, so that two adult men, women, and children, that they're actually wearing donkey, that someone has put donkey heads on them, like
Oh,
a costumed donkey mask on them. You can't help notice that as you begin to walk by the stockades, probably 20 yards away from you as you pass the town hall. There are guards stationed near the stockades, but you turn north on the street. You can tell me what you do from there. Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, because there's an orphanage sign that's coming up, right? That,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
you haven't seen it yet.
we haven't seen it yet.
The little boy, I think his name's Frick or Freak, tugs on your Beatrix tugs on your waistcoat and says, what is wrong with those people? Why are they wearing masks? Is it a party?"
I don't really know, actually. Do you want me to go and ask them what's going on?
"No, they look scary."
Okay, well, let's have Azor go ask what's going on. We'll stay over here. We don't have to talk to them.
We've got those kids with us, right?
Yeah. I think that was one of the kids that was talking to me right now. So I'm volunteering. I volunteer Azor to go and ask the children why they're all dressed up in masks.
In the stockades, you want to ask the people in the stockades why they have a mask on them?
How do you feel about that, Azor? Uh-oh.
I can. Are there any guards around?
There are. There is a guard 15-foot diagonally from the last stockade on the north side, standing at attention with a spear.
Maybe ask the guard instead. I'm sure the guards know, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, Thunder.
Yeah, I can go ask a guard.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll. Why don't you? Well, let's see. Azor. So you come up to the guard. He immediately begins. As you approach him, he immediately becomes alert, even more so, and you know it's he's on high alert as you're approaching him. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a persuasion check? Sure.
Ooh. Ooh, nice.
10. Okay. So what do you ask him specifically, Azor?
Yeah, so come up and
Hmm.
obviously he's on guard duty. Doesn't trust a stranger. I'm assuming.
Nobody here trusts us.
So I come up. I'm like, "Good evening, my friend. Just happened to be walking by and I noticed the masks on the prisoners in the stockade, and I was just curious as to why they were there. It just struck my curiosity as I've never seen that before.
And he looks at
Curious
you
what
and
those masks represent.
he says, "Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised strangers here wouldn't know, but this is the burgomaster's, this is the baron's punishment for those that make fun of him in the festival. If you make light of the baron and his ways and his festival, he will make light of you. The punishment is stockades with a donkey mask."
I see.
It's a foul business,
So there
but
was no-
order has to be kept.
Understood. So they're not to be put to death. They're just be held for a while.
The punishment is not death. It is simply public stockade, 3 days.
Oh.
Understood. Well, thank you for your time.
He nods and says nothing more.
Beatrix looks at Azor when he gets back to the group, and she's like, maybe we should ask some of these locals what this big old festival is about so we don't get in trouble.
Maybe it's Halloween for all we know.
Yes, I
Maybe.
feel like with stockades and public humiliation on the line and mandatory attendance, I feel like we should at least try to know a little bit about what we've stumbled into.
Right. That's what I'm thinking at the very least. Or I don't want
Okay.
to accidentally insult this burgomeister.
Yes, I have no intention of being held in a stockade.
Okay, so as you head towards, as you head north on the road, you pass by several houses and stores of a normal average nature. You do pass by a larger house, although it's a bit run down on the right. You just kind of note it. The road takes a bend to the left, and up ahead you see a much larger house, a fence around it, an iron fence. And as you approach the house, you see a clear wooden chiseled sign that says Valaki Orphanage. I will push out to you. Let me see if I'm still pushing out the. I am. So let me unshare this. Go ahead and share this. So as you approach this orphanage, well, I'll just say there's a pathway through the fence. There's a wide pathway that leads to a front door.
Ah, this looks like the place, guys. We made it. How's it look? Does it look beaten up? The building, I mean.
There's no, it's it does not. It looks to be fairly well kept. Certainly, the land seems to be fairly well kept. It's a large place, and I will share with you what the layout looks like once you step inside, if you do step inside.
Okay.
But it despite it being probably 9:35, 9:40, almost 10 o'clock at night, there are still lights coming from the and sounds coming from inside.
Okay. Wow. A little late to be keeping the children up. Maybe.
Yeah.
Shall one of us walk up and knock on the door? Or do we all want to walk up and knock on the door?
We all walk up. Say it again.
Okay. You got it. You got it, wizard. Okay.
I'll rap
Okay,
on the door with my staff. Bang, 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 bang. No sense in being gentle about it.
All right.
Yeah,
The noise seems to when you bang on the door, the noise seems to quiet down, and you start to see little faces peer out the window, trying to figure out who's knocking on their door. After what seems a fairly long minute or two, you hear some heavier footsteps behind the door. Clearly, a feminine voice says, "Who is it? Who's out there?"
How should we answer? I just look at Denistar and Azor, and I'm like, what do we even say? I don't know how to introduce ourselves.
The frustrated wizard is out here.
We were sent by the burgomeister.
Oh God.
Oh.
There you go.
Well, thankfully, Arena beats you guys to the punch and says, "We're so sorry, madam, to bother you this late at night. We wouldn't do so unless it were a true emergency. But you see, we have 2 young ones here that we've rescued from a horrid experience, and they're just looking for some comfort and rest and a little protection."
Yeah.
The lady says, "Where do you come from? Your accent sounds strange." And Well, Irina says, "Well, we come from Barovia, but the children are just outside of Valaki that we found without any parents, and they are fearful, to be honest with you, and the cold is seeping in. Do you mind please open the door for them? I promise you we mean no harm." And for her, I will roll a persuasion here to see how convincing she is. I think convincing enough. So with that, you hear a quick, what might pass for a prayer. The doors open and you see a woman in her early 50s, not quite in a bathrobe, but certainly not, she's in casual wear, I would say. She looks very prim or proper. She has great gray streaked brown hair up in a tight bun, fine wrinkles around her mouth from years of, you're guessing, of disapproving frowns. She is the archetypical administrative headmaster, but that's how you read her. She says, "My name is Miss Belesco," and she looks around, and her eyes are kind of wide at the nature of the party, but her eyes do light upon two little children, and you can tell, being the observant party you are, her eyes do soften a bit when she sees the children. Your perception is clearly this woman does seem to care, or at least has the appearance of caring for children. And she says, "Oh, indeed," and she moves one half step onto the porch and says, "And what your name? What might your names be?" And now that's going to strain my memory because I can't recall exactly. The little boy says, "My name's Frick, and this is my little sister." And she says, "Hi, little sister. Do you have a name?" And she closes her mouth and shakes her head and says, "Well, never mind. We'll get to that later. Please come inside and tell me how you came about these poor children. Come in. It's quite late, but unfortunately, the children have been up more of late. They're, frankly, I don't know how to say it, but they're a little scared to go to bed. So please come inside. Please come inside and tell me about how you came across these children, and I'll have to work up some paperwork here."
Okay.
So she ushers you inside. What appears to be a front hallway, wood paneled and dimly lit. You can tell that the wooden floors are old and worn. The steps of the main staircase sag a bit with age. Tons of pile of children's shoes lay against the western wall as you come in. And I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on the map. My thing is, don't run ahead. I don't, on this map, I do not have line of sight enabled,
Okay.
nor do I have anything. So you guys basically can move across walls. You can see the entirety of it, obviously, which is fine. I don't care about that. But you guys just, I'll tell you where she means to go, and she follows you, or she leads you. Okay, so excuse me. Yep. So let me get my get my bearings here and see where she is. Yeah. Okay, she is. Okay. Okay. Let me see, where is she? So I'll pull up another map just in case. Yep, sure enough. Okay, so what she does, she says, well, we'll go upstairs to my office, but just for now, please, Freak, you and your sister come here. You will see you're not alone. And so she leads you into room 2. So you guys can come into room 2, and basically what you see are, she leads you into the little children. And in room 2, you see kids, despite being kind of late, you see some older kids at least uh, playing around. They are still in this large living area. It is it's got a couch and some mismatched stuffed chairs, toys everywhere, and a few small dining tables. Three young girls crowd around a dollhouse in the south of the room. An older boy paces the room with a toddler on each hip as he tries to soothe them. Another boy and girl are playing a game of tag and chase each other around the room. The furniture, an older girl sits on the couch and reads aloud to four more gathered toddlers. The room is frankly just a den of chaos and noise. But as soon as the Miss Belasco steps in, they all seem to quiet down a little bit. And she announces, "Children, we may have some new family members here. This is Freak and a sister." And many of them start to holler and clap and say, "Yay!" But Miss Belasco then raises her voice and says, "Now, children, I know it's hard, but it is going to be time for night soon." And with that, they all kind of get quiet. And one of them says, "I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I don't want to have my dreams." Miss Belasco says, I know, but you can't. You have to get rest." And then with that, she shakes her head and says, "Follow me." And she takes you upstairs, up the stairs to the next level, which I will now show you.
Ooh.
Take you off this.
Hmm.
Okay. Let me put you on this one. I'm gonna stop sharing. All right. I'm gonna put you on this one. Okay. You guys come in this. You come up top of the stairs, and let me get to the that's not right. Okay, so sorry, the thing is mismatched with I
You're
just
good.
got my yeah. Okay. So up top you have a hold on. Okay. You have a hallway that leads down, and there's several doors that come off, obviously. She leads you.
A zillion beds in this place.
Sorry, so I mismatched this. Let me take a look here. I think what I'll do. Yeah. So I threw this together real quick. Sorry, the maps. I'm taking you off this. Her office doesn't appear to be up here. So I'm taking you off this.
There's 3 stories?
Nope.
My goodness.
Yeah, we have a lot of room here. She takes you upstairs, said, "These are upstairs, the bedrooms." Back down we go. She puts you back down here. Let's walk to my office. And so she brings you back to this corner room back here. And actually,
It's obviously the
Actually, she
only
brings you over
orphanage.
here. Yeah, that's correct. So she brings you over into this room off to the side. This is her office, and she sits down. Rather tired, it seems. She invites you in and says, "Okay." She takes out some paperwork, and she starts asking you some basic administrative questions on the children, and of course you can't answer anything. So she gives up. She puts down her pen. About their age and their parents and where they come from, and have they had disease in the past 6 months. She just puts it down, and she says, "Okay, what's the story with these guys?
We rescued these
where'd they come
kids,
from?"
and we don't know much else about them. I'm sure they probably know their own ages. If you could ask them, we don't know.
Yeah, we rescued them from some hags, right? They were hags.
Some witches, anyway. Yeah. I don't think she's gonna necessarily know what you mean when you say hags.
Right.
Right.
Magical women, very mean, very abusive, to put it lightly. In a
Child-eating
windmill.
cannibals is what they were.
Yeah, pretty nasty, pretty
Let's see.
nasty.
She is she's shaking her head and just said the longer I live, the more evil we see. I can't stomach it. She said it's horrible and it's just getting worse. And she's like, "What? I thank you for bringing them here, but I'm not so sure this is the safest place anymore. Let me explain." And she says, it wasn't, but maybe 4 days ago that um, the children started having very abnormal experiences. They are having nightmares at night, and many nights people they scream out in fear. They wake up with deep bruising on them, and I can swear no one has been in the room. There's nobody that's been there. And I can't account for how it's happening, and it breaks my heart, but I don't know how this is happening, and there's nothing I can do. I've stood outside the door, and I can tell you there's no one here, but it's happening. And then Milovich, he's a 19-year-old. He works with Father Lucian, and he's an orphan, but he's sick almost to death on his bed, and he's very weak, and he's getting weaker each day. And I don't know how to help him, and I don't know. I don't know. There's only one little boy who doesn't seem to be affected, little Felix, who joined us a week ago. I don't understand why he's not affected, but I think at least somebody's not.
Right. That does sound pretty awful. I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you know of anything that changed prior to these episodes where they're waking up with these bruises?
Oh, nothing's changed. We have people come and people go. Parents come to adopt sometimes, but we haven't had any adoptions of late. We've had now Freak and his Frick and his little sister joined, and Felix joined a week ago, and beyond that, nothing really has changed.
Hmm. All right. Well, we don't want these poor children we've rescued to wind up somewhere where they too are plagued. And of course, we would like to try and help your orphanage if we possibly can. Um, I spoke with I believe, one of your children from this orphanage earlier this evening at the church, and he spoke of, and I could be wrong, somebody in this orphanage named Molovich or Molovic.
Yes, that's the young man I just spoke of who is near sick to death. He's in his bedroom as we speak, and he's getting weaker each day. I'm afraid if he continues to deteriorate, he may not survive. And that's not the only thing. She said just 3 nights ago, Cedric fell to his death
Oh.
from the second floor, broke his neck, and of course none of the children knew it. I didn't want to alarm them, but I had to drag his body back and almost hide it and make some excuse not to alarm them. But why? I don't know how it happened, but he fell from the second floor window and he passed. So the kids are starting to ask where he is. I don't know what to tell them. That something foul is happening, and I don't know what it is.
Well, Bathel speaks up for a second. Let me see the child. I might be able to help.
Yeah, we would
Which
love it if we could
child?
see.
The one,
Milovich?
the one that's so gravely ill.
Yeah, Milovich.
Well, if you think I'll take any help. If you think it will do it. So she leads you. She grabs something out of the top of her drawer in her hand, and she holds it out to Bathel, and she says, "I don't know if this has anything to do with anything, but this was found near the window where Cedric fell out." And she hands you a locket with an old locket with a 10, like it's just a locket with an X scribed in it, and
Huh.
it's on a cheap chain, and you know, that's basically, yeah, that's what she hands you.
Okay.
Let me
All right.
do something real quick. There's actually something engraved on it. As she said, there's actually something engraved on it, but I can't read it. She hands it to Bathel.
Pathel's actually female. It wouldn't sound like me, but maybe she does. An orc, half orc. All right.
Is it something Bethel can read?
Bethel looks
don't
at it,
know.
but doesn't necessarily understand. Should I roll or hand it to the wizard?
This is what she, well, this is what it says. I'm going to type it out in the language not recognized. If anybody in the party recognizes it, then you recognize it.
Oh, I do. Oh, I know what this says. What about you, Azor?
No, I do not actually.
Oh, okay. Well, Beatrix looks a little
is
closer
weird.
at it. Yeah,
language
Beatrix
is it
looks. Celestial. This is celestial. It says, "Let darkness hide from gaze of the light."
Okay. Sounds like it might be.
She says, I don't know if that means anything, but it looks like I gave it to the right person. So she briskly leads you out of the room, and she takes you, and I'll just move Beatrix and you guys can follow. She leads you into this room in the back. She enters into this room.
Oh, I don't see the map, by the way.
And, oh, sorry, I didn't push it back out. My bad.
Oh, good.
Okay, and I think the token, I'm not sure. I think it's unlocked. You guys should be able to move yourself over to room 5.
Perfect.
Okay,
Zoom
so I'm
in.
getting to the. Yeah, you can just go
Actually,
across the walls there.
I'm missing.
That's
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah, you're over. I've already put you over there. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I don't lose sight of
So-
Bathel like I used to with Glomdred. That's strange.
It's because the shadow element isn't.
Yeah.
on. Okay.
Line of sight's off for everything. Yeah, there's not. Nothing's masked here. As you open, the smell of sickness pours out, and the bedroom is sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt. An old shovel lies on the ground of the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He is covered in sweat from fever and has blood-mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow, tinged and deathly pale. So Bathel checks him out. Well, all of you guys roll either Arcana or a Medicine check.
Oh,
As you look over him, you guys can roll either an Arcana or Medicine check, whichever is more up your speed. Intelligence or I guess Wisdom.
I got 0 in both. Let me see.
Azor rocking. Dr. Azor in the house. Look at that, 22.
Oops. I don't know why. Oh, okay.
Dinostar coming in from 2 different angles between Dinostar and Azor. So with Dinostar's Arcana and Azor's Medicine check, they confer with one another, and they pronounce that this young man is. He is in fact gravely ill, but it's not an ill of a physical nature. This is a spiritual ill. There's something on him like a curse that no medicine will help. The curse needs to be removed in some way or fashion, or the source of it needs to be removed, or this young man is going to die.
Oh.
And Miss Belasco puts her hand to her mouth and says, "A curse? Do you mentioned witches before. Do you think it could be them or related to them? I don't understand how a curse could be in this house. We've lived here for. I've been headmistress for years, and nothing like this has ever happened.
Hmm.
So this,
Well,
Kind of turns to her and says, "Ma'am, to be blatantly obvious, or to be blatantly honest with you, we are here for more than just to drop the children off. Um,
but we can't say
seems as
anything
though-
else, Ranger. Careful how much you
we
reveal.
can.
No, I don't
It
want
seems
anybody
as
to
though
know.
he is wizard.
The more people that know this, the more dangerous it becomes for everybody. Just don't reveal the one thing.
Yeah, I know. Ranger's not an idiot.
Okay.
It seems as though this boy has taken something from the church. We're not quite sure what, but we believe that this might be the cause of the curse.
I don't know what he could have taken. Milovich is such a upright young man. He's never taken anything, to my
Well,
knowledge, without
She'll probably figure it out.
without good cause. He's a great young man. I don't understand why he would ever take anything. It's unlike him. It's very unlike him. I've known him for years, since he was a toddler. He's been raised in this house for the past 12 years. So I don't know what he would have taken, but if he took something, I can tell you, and she looks firmly in your eyes, that it was for good reason.
Okay.
And
we were told that it was to help the orphanage, so we do not believe him to be a thief, but someone who cares about where he lives. But if we could find it, hopefully it could maybe lift this curse.
Yeah. Has Milovich been able to awaken at all, or can he speak?
he awakens. He was awake 24 hours ago to get some water, but I've not been able to rouse him since. That's why I'm saying he's getting weaker and weaker. I'm afraid if he goes too long, he may not make it.
Well,
And then so Arena pipes up and says, "Miss Velasco, you said there was a young man a little boy that wasn't affected. What was his name?" She says, "Felix. Felix has not been affected, at least to my knowledge. I've seen no bruising on him, and he seems not quite, I would say, bothered like the rest of the kids, but I don't know.
Interesting.
Although I've not seen him in the den with the others. I don't know where he might be."
This is the one that we saw back at the church?
No, that's Yeska.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's another kid now. Felix.
Oh, there's lots of kids, but yeah. But Felix apparently has not shown any ill effect.
Well, does Grief or Bethul want to attempt any type of healing spells on poor Milovich here, so we can see if he will rouse, perhaps?
Well, Bathel arches an eyebrow and looks at you and says, "Well, from what you're telling me, it's not my type of healing. This is a curse, and I can't do anything for a curse, unfortunately." Or she doesn't say it in my tone of voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Go ahead.
I think that's what Denistar and I think Azor came to that collective opinion that this was not a physical ailment. This was a spiritual one of some sort, that healing potions would not be of use here.
Right. I'm just curious what this entails, because I don't know, but I know Grief has a level 2 spell called Healing Spirit. So what does that particularly mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. I've got to go away for 30 seconds to a minute. So
Okay.
why don't you look it up under her spells? It's always good to familiarize with that. Go into Actions tab and
Oops.
then find the
I
spell and
clicked
just
the
look it up. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Sounds good. Alright, I'm gonna look at this real quick. If I can remember
Well-
how. Healing spirit, self, blah blah blah.
My suggestion next is going to be fairly obvious, really, when you think about it. The kid must have a bed somewhere in this orphanage, the one that's sick here, right?
Yes.
This isn't where he normally would be. So, more than likely, where would a kid hide something, right? It's probably near his
Right.
bed or under his bed or under his mattress, or that would be the first place that maybe Azor should go look. And from there, he might be able to pick up some, use his ranger skills to maybe discern something else, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be his room since he is an older member of the orphanage.
We could always ask, and then
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
Well,
we can
this
hunt
is-
around
If it
outside.
is, there's
This-
also a shovel.
This is more likely to be a
Like a medical room.
a
kinda.
nursing room. That's what I'm thinking. So, but we'll find out
Yeah.
one way or the other. But the thing is, my point will be, we just need to be direct and ask her, hey, can we see, his belongings? It'll help us to maybe ascertain what is, just make up some excuse to go look at his stuff.
Like what he's
Mhm.
taken, or maybe if there's any sign of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Probably try to see if there's anybody specifically that he hangs out with more than anyone else.
Oh, that's another good idea.
Oh, there's definitely gonna be a clique, right? We all
Yeah.
know how we are as kids. There's gonna be
he's
2
gotta
or
have a
3.
group here.
Is
Yeah, he's got to have at least one person who might know where this stuff is.
Maybe Felix is the other person.
That's
Oh,
what I'm thinking.
Felix is definitely one of them. Yeah. It's probably the 3 of them. It's probably this kid, Felix, and the one back at the church.
Yeah, Jessica, maybe.
Although I'm a little wary of Felix.
Yeah. That's fair.
I mean, he did just show up a week ago, and he's not affected at all. So
Yeah, that is a bit strange. I'm trying to think of possible reasons why that would be, especially if whatever was stolen, she says discreetly, is still around here somewhere. Wouldn't it affect Felix as well?
oh, one would definitely think. That's
Okay,
for
back
sure.
back here.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
So-
we gotta stop talking about Andy now.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm used to it. So Miss Belasco says, she says, this is highly irregular, but I'm afraid without your help, Milovich is not going to make it. So against my better judgment, I have no choice. You have free reign of our orphanage to see if you can find anything that might be of use. I don't know if the curse is here or elsewhere, but please, whatever you can do, I beg you. The children may not know it like I want them to, but I care deeply for them, and I don't want any more ill to come to them.
Understandable. So this is not the child's room, right? This is a medical room, a nursing room of some sort that he's in, right? Is that
This is actually this is Milovich's room.
this is his room?
This is
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All
I
right,
wasn't
then.
expecting that. Well, then, well, how do I do this? I
We'll go
pull
about-
I pull you aside, Beatrix, for a second, whisper in your ear, hey, just
Okay.
get her out of the room for a minute.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Will you come out here with me? I just have a couple questions, and I want to ask the other children if they've seen Felix nearby. If you wouldn't mind bringing me downstairs to them to ask them before they go to bed.
yes, of course. Let's go talk to the children.
Sure. Thank you.
And
Beatrix
maybe,
leaves.
yeah, maybe take Grief with you too, so it doesn't look so suspicious.
Okay. Grief follows. Do.
All right,
Downstairs we go.
Ranger, do your thing. Search.
Okay. So you guys are looking around his room to see if you can find any evidence of the bones.
Yeah.
What you
Mhm.
doing?
Looking for vents, looking for, I don't know, is there a fireplace? Is there a stove? Is there anything under the bed? All that stuff.
Okay.
Well, there's definitely a shovel at the foot of the bed.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
Grief and Arena remind the group that Yeska had said he was the gravedigger for Lucian, so
Right.
may not be so surprising that
Suspicious.
there is in fact a
Although that
um
could be the shovel that, dug up said bones
right.
as well. But anyways.
Oh, so they're not shy
Right.
about child labor around here, evidently. Okay.
No, apparently not.
Well, but the boy he's 19. The boy he's a young male.
Oh,
But he's not
Oh,
a
okay, so
kid.
he's not super little.
He
Okay.
grew
Oh,
up in the
he's a
orphanage. He
grown
grew up in the
man.
orphanage. Now he just helps. He helps around. By the way, so Beatrix, you're okay. So you guys, while you're looking, Beatrix, you went in with Belasco to
Yeah.
ask about the children and Felix.
Yeah.
So Alana, the oldest of the girl, I would say 14, probably the oldest of the ones down there, comes up to Miss Belasco and says, "No, Miss Belasco, we've not seen Felix. In fact, we kind of avoid him. He's been acting so weird, and we haven't seen him at all. So, wait, what's that? What's that?" So Korga says that sometimes he goes up to the attic, but he's not supposed to see that, but he sees him sneak away. And then he said, then Alana says to Miss Belasco, also, Miss Belasco, I hate to tell you, but Lazo, Hans, and Franz are also gone. She
Oh,
said,
God.
what?
Hans and Franz. What?
Yes.
It's a Saturday Night Live skit or something. Here we
Yeah,
go.
Laszlo, Hans, and Franz. Not an SNL skit for sure, but Hans and Franz and Laszlo are gone, and
We will pump
they're
you up.
afraid. They were talking earlier about how scared they were to be in the house. They may have ran off. I don't know.
My goodness. So many missing
Well,
children.
one problem at a time. One problem at a time.
Right.
Okay, so if Felix is upstairs or even in the attic, I'll have to point to you where that is, and then. Okay. All right. Well, listen, boys and girls, you need to calm down and just sit here in the den. Miss Velasco, we're not going to bed yet? No, not yet. These these uh these people are friends, and they're going to help find out what's going on. They might need to search your rooms or ask you questions. If any of them ask you a question, you make sure you tell them honestly, as we always have said you should do. Do you understand? Yes, Miss Velasco. They say in unison, of course. So, all right, children, stay here. And and she starts to march back towards the Milovich's room. In the meantime, the 5 minutes that took, Azor quickly surveyed the room and found nothing out of the ordinary. No secret compartments or dens or anything unusual. There were no vents. There's no place this seems to be hidden. And Narina says, if Yeska was telling the truth that he sold these bones for money for the orphanage, they might not even be on the property. You need to find out from him who he sold them to, and for what.
Right.
All right. Well, I gently nudge this
If we
guy.
can't wake him up.
I shove him a little bit with the end of my staff. I'm not about to touch this kid.
Don't want the curse getting on you.
Yeah, icky. Does he
The
wake
old
up at
staff
all?
prod. Denistar is a +3 staff prodder. No, he is not. He is not waking up. He is magically, if I can use the word, under. He's not waking up.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, what do you guys want to do? Nothing in the room. He's not waking up.
Well, if I was evil,
Miss
I'd.
Velasco comes in, and she basically says, "You have run of the house for now. I can't stop you if you otherwise, but I assume you mean good. So please help the children."
We're
With that, she
trying.
turns and walks away back to her study.
Maybe this locket.
Uh-huh. The locket?
Yeah, maybe the locket might be some way to locate the bones.
You want to ask the kids about the locket, or what? You want to open the locket? What are you trying to do?
Well, this kid isn't awake. This young man isn't awake.
Nope.
And you all didn't. Did you all find this other kid or not?
No, we found evidence. Not well. The kids said that there's even more children missing, but they said that Felix is known to hide up in the attic sometimes. He sneaks off up there. So I was thinking that'd be one place we should check.
Well, Bathel will obviously examine the locket. Does this thing have a compartment or anything open up? Is there any kind of latch?
There's a latch. It does open. It's a mirrored surface on the inside. But beyond that, there's nothing more to it. It does have an X on the front, and on the back it has the engraving that said what it said in Celestial. But you get the sense that this locket's not a normal locket for sure. It's not good.
Possibly magic.
You got a sense that it's evil.
What was the inscription on that locket again?
Beatrix, the celestial reader. You're the only one who knows. We can't read it.
You just scroll back up in the chat and see.
Jazz? She go AFK.
Sorry, no, I'm here. Sorry about that. What was the question?
Celestial.
What was the inscription on the locket?
Oh yeah, the inscription said, "Let darkness hide from gaze of the light."
Oh, I had that backwards. Okay, so it is evil.
So maybe something is somehow hidden in this locket? Magically?
No, it's something that if somebody wears this, it'll hide them.
Oh.
Bathel obviously is out of her league here and holds the locket up for the wizard to look at it. And I'll just roll. I think I know what this is, but let's see. I have a feeling this is some kind of locket of anti-detection is what I forget exactly what it's called, but I'm pretty sure whatever wears this will not be able to be found by any kind of magical means. So whoever had this was using it to hide either themselves or something else. That's my guess, especially considering what it says on it.
Gosh. Do you think there's like a set, like a matching set of these?
I doubt it. These are powerful items. It's more than likely magical, but I mean, if we were to rest, I might be able to identify it in the morning. Although, I mean, technically I actually could cast it again. Hold on, I'll just cast Identify on it, Andrew. I'll use another spell slot.
Woohoo!
How long ago were the bones taken?
Oh.
Okay, so you're casting Identify
on the locket.
Cast Identify on the locket?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast a spell. You hold it. The locket shimmers briefly, but then there's a frown upon your face because the magic does not reveal this to be any known magic of any sort. This is not spellcasting magic.
Okay.
This is not a magical item that has been imbued by any kind of spellcasting, any kind of wizard, sorcerer, etc., arcana based magic. It's just you get the sense that it's evil. You're not even sure it's magical, but it definitely has a purpose of some sort.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's not good. If I can't identify it, then that means this thing is created by some kind of entity.
Lovely. Okay.
So then is it a riddle?
This could have been made by Strahd himself. This could have been made by some kind of evil deity, or a higher demon or devil. This is bad stuff. It's not crafted by human means, obviously.
Arena pipes up and says, "Why don't let's ask the children about this, because Miss Belasco said it was found near the window where Cedric fell out. So maybe they know something about it that they can shed some light on it."
Oh my, that's tragic.
That sounds
Okay.
like a good idea.
Whatever you do, don't put it on. The damn thing might be cursed.
Right. Right.
True. So you're saying that, given the inscription, if Strahd actually made this, could it hide him from light?
Yeah, it's basically going to hide evil from the light, so to speak, right? So it's similar to something that would be able to hide someone from you or from me with a scrying spell, or if I had like a magic, crystal ball or something that would be used to search this type of item, I am guessing would be able to protect someone from being found at long distance. Obviously, you'd be able to see someone if they're wearing it in front of you. But if let's say somebody had this on and ran off, we would have no way of finding them without actually tracking them down physically.
Oh my.
So very helpful for a vampire.
Any evil creature, but this could have more properties. I'm just guessing from what it says in the inscription, and from the fact that it's a locket. Obviously, it's meant to be worn, and I can't tell exactly what it is, because it's not imbued with spells, like Andrew just said. It gives me the impression that this thing is what I thought it is. It's some kind of anti-scrying device that will keep people hidden. I don't know why. The thing is, how these kids came into possession of this is the big question.
Right. Yeah, that's a bit suspicious.
I guess let's see if we can get that answered.
I mean, maybe they stole this too.
Perhaps.
Or maybe the kid didn't actually fall out the window.
Oh.
Maybe.
Sad to think about, but possibly true.
So nobody knows where this Felix kid is?
We can check the attic. That's all I learned from the children. They said he's been acting weird and nobody wanted to talk or hang out with him lately, but a few of them had caught him sneaking up into the attic from time to time.
All right. Well, I'm staying here with Arena and the sleeping teenager.
Okay.
And the rest, I guess Bathel should stay here also, just in case something crazy happens. But the rest of you can go do what you need to do, search around.
Sure. Okay.
Well, I say we hit the attic, but I think before we do that, we should probably ask these kids if they've seen this locket before.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Well, I'll follow you, Azor. I'll go with you to talk to the kids. And Grief follows as well.
Okay.
So we've
You
got
guys
a
take
detective
the lock.
story going. What's that?
I said, you mind if I take that locket with me real fast?
Yeah, take it, but like I say, whatever you do, don't put it on anybody.
Yeah, I can assure
Okay.
you, I will not do that.
There's an X on it too.
All right.
That's suspicious. I'm not exactly sure what that means.
Okay, so who's going? We got Beatrix, we got Azor,
Grief.
and Grief.
It's a trap!
Yeah. And
All right. I'm not sure. We only have 5 people on the map. Where is somebody's missing?
is
There's 6.
it...
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
Azor,
we're good.
Bethel. You're good. Azor's out here. Okay, cool. All right, so so you take it out. You go to Elena, the oldest, and you ask her, Elena, have you seen this locket before? Like, she looks around and someone said, that's Cedric's locket. No, it's not. That's Felix's locket. It says. Elena says, well, I don't know. But maybe you can ask Tessa. She was closest to Cedric. And I haven't seen Cedric either. I don't know where he is, but if you ask Tessa, she's upstairs in the nursery looking after the little ones. If you go ask her, maybe she'll know.
Okay.
No, I tell you, it's Felix's. No, it's not. It's Cedric's. The kids are arguing back and forth whose it is, but Pliny says the young ones may not know, but Tessa, who's a little older, she may know.
Okay.
She's they're upstairs in the nursery.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
All right.
Thanks, everybody. We'll go ask her. We'll be back, maybe.
There's a whole little gang of these little buggers.
Well, it is an orphanage after all, so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Beatrix goes to find this Tessa.
Okay. All right. I'm
along
gonna
with
take you off the map. I'm gonna take you off the map. Take you off the map. Okay. Upstairs you go. Okay. I'm gonna put 3 of you on this map. Grief. No. Okay.
I'm looking out this window. I think that's a window.
Put Dinostar or Azor
Yeah,
on
that's a window.
Beatrix. Okay, let me share this map with all of you. Can't share partially of it. Okay, so now there's probably 2 maps being shared. You guys have split up the party.
Sure.
Okay, and sure enough, the straight ahead. Let me give you the description here, real quick, of this upstairs hall. Okay. The second floor hallway has 6 different doors, most of which are left wide open. Only the single door at the north end of the hall is closed. There's also a hatch on the ceiling at the southern end of the room. The hallway's only window on the southern wall is broken and boarded up. Okay, let me unlock the movement. Sorry. Okay, unlock now. Okay, so you guys come up the stairs, and all the doors are open except the one north, which there's a little sign outside that says nursery. There is a broken window boarded up window that's broken on the south side, which presumably is the one Cedric fell out of.
Oh boy.
So you guys tell me what you want to do.
Beatrix wants to go to the nursery first thing anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So move yourself into the nursery.
Okay, so that's room 12 here. Okay. All right. I gently knock on the door and then open it, I suppose.
Okay. You open it.
Yep. And then I play the
See,
Tessa in here.
You see the nursery contains 3 cribs, a chest of drawers, and an old stuffed chair. 2 babies sleep peacefully in 2 of the cribs. A teenage girl holds the 3rd baby and gently hums an unknown lullaby. Another young girl sits on the floor and reads quietly. They look up as you come in and say, "Who are you?"
Hello. We're here on behalf of one of your friends, Jessica, actually, in town. He told us that
Yes,
you were
go.
sick. Yeah. We're here to investigate the cause for why everybody is feeling ill here at your orphanage, and we found this locket. We thought we'd ask you if you can identify it, and maybe you know who owns it.
Oh, and the little girl that was reading on the floor puts down her book and stands up. She said, "That locket, yeah, that's Felix's locket, but Cedric stole it from him."
Oh,
You see, Cedric is a bully. He kind of bullies the rest of the kids, but for whatever reason he likes me. And the little other girl, Fanya, laughs. "Yeah, really likes you." "Be quiet, Fanya," she says. And she says, "Oh, anyhow, Cedric said he stole it from Felix, and Felix got really mad, and it was really important to Felix. I haven't seen Cedric. Where did you find it? Cedric wouldn't have let that go. Where did you find it? Did Cedric give it to you?"
No. I look over at Azor. You want to explain where we found this, Azor?
Lying to kids isn't that bad.
It's for their own good.
Yeah. No. We happened to find it down. We found it downstairs. It was just lying about it.
Cedric must.
Looks like somebody had dropped it accidentally.
Cedric must have dropped it. Well, I guess now you could give it back to Felix, but I'm sure he misses it, but I'm sure Cedric will be mad, but I haven't seen Cedric. I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't really offer any
I'm not sure
advice
what
because I'm
spoilers.
not there.
But if you could point us in the direction of Felix, we'd be happy to give him his locket back.
Yeah.
I
We hear
don't know.
sometimes he goes up to the attic. At least some of the other kids have said they saw him heading up there. Do you think he could be there?
Attic. I don't know why anyone would want to go up there. That dusty old spider place.
Oh.
But if you wanna, here, I'll show you. It's right down here. And she opens the door and leads you out. She leads you all the way down towards that window. She points up to a hatch, and there's a string pulling down the hatch, just like any old garage attic. Say, well, you just pull that. The stairs come down, and you can climb up.
Nice.
He's up there. I don't know why.
Okay. Well, we'll just take a quick look around. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay.
Grief looks at the
Okay.
hatch and is like, I don't want to climb up there. I'll stay. It's a trap.
All right, you guys not going up there? Who's going up the attic?
Grief staying on the floor here. Beatrix will
Yeah, I'll
go
go
in.
up.
Yeah, so Beatrix and Azor will go.
Would you like to go first, or would you like me to?
I can go first. I got the hit points. I'll go up. All right. Plus she's acrobatic, you know, so she probably is able to swing up there with.
All right. So we got another floor we got to share here. So we
Another
got three
map.
floors. People on all sorts of floors. All right.
These giant
So let me put you up
houses.
here. All right. So let me share this one. Let me share the
Ooh.
description.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The attic is rather barren of furnishings, and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few random piles of clutter, but nothing much of significance. At the far end of the room, by the attic's only window, is a small boy sitting in a lone chair, silhouetted by the incoming light.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. No way. He's actually here? Let's go. Beatrix takes a step forward and is like, hello. And she kind of waves.
I'm gonna laugh if this is a
The
ghost.
boy. Okay, let me unlock the.
Okay.
The boy
I meant
turns
to-
around and he doesn't ask who you are. He say, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, well, we found a locket.
Looking for
we were
you.
told it might be yours.
The locket, give it to me. That's my locket.
Yeah, we were told that it might be yours. Can you tell us why you have this locket?
My
I don't need to
precious.
tell you anything. That's my locket. You need to give it to me.
Well, you were
Before we-
neglectful. Go ahead, Azor.
Before we give you the locket, could you tell us the inscription upon the locket? Just to, prove that it's yours.
You don't have to worry about the inscription. That inscription is for me only. And you need to bring me the locket now, or else you'll be sorry.
So you're saying that you can read it?
Of course I can read it, fool. Bring me the locket.
Uh-oh.
Interesting that such a young boy could read Celestial.
Yeah,
Especially
how'd
one
you
who
learn
was
to read that?
in an orphanage. I didn't know they taught that here.
Yeah, care to mention
Light
where you
coming
got
from-
the locket?
Uh-oh.
The light coming from the attic's far window seems to dim on its own accord. Suppressed
Light.
by an unnatural invisible force, a dark putrid smoke begins to exude from Felix's skin, wafting from his body as an
Called it.
impenetrable shadow. As the boy's body slumps forward,
Here
the
we
shadow
go.
begins to take form. Arms stretching out from the central mass and solid black claws. A demonic face grins, bearing rows of sharp, razor-sharp teeth.
Well, I'm dead. GG.
Roll
Rolling-
initiative.
rolling-
Oh God,
Yeah.
Azor, I don't know about you, but how
Okay.
about the second we get like movement, we just jumped right out of the attic.
Oh, yeah. Missing the wizard, are we?
No,
Okay.
time to-
I mean,
The wizard, by the way, the wizard's on the first floor and doesn't know anything that's going on.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
I'm
Grease
flirting-
is on the
I'm
second
flirting with a
floor.
redhead while you guys are getting eaten by a demon.
yeah, that's what's
Grease
happening.
right-
So,
That's literally what's
they're
happening.
down there
Below
getting
us.
picked on.
Yeah.
so hold on, let me
Well, I
let me get situated here.
Oh boy.
Do you
Yeah.
want to jump? Because, I mean, we are in an orphanage with lots of kids.
I mean, that is true, but like, I don't know what this is that we're about to fight, and I feel like at the very least, Grief should either come up here or we should go down there.
Don't forget,
Azor-
Azor still got that sword. You guys are capable of killing literally anything with a head.
Directly below us
All
is
right.
the nursery.
All right. Well, if you
I
roll
mean,
a nat
if you wanna
20,
jump.
if you roll a
Okay.
nat 20, we won't have to stay.
Okay, let's
I mean,
go.
If you
let's
want
go ahead.
At least holler down or jump down to Grief or something. Let her know to clear out the floor below. That's fine. I can
Right.
hold this thing off.
Right. Okay. Well,
Azor
let's see
says
what.
confidently, but unsure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Confidently.
So let me see if I thought I had a picture of this thing.
Oh God.
Looks like Hillary
No.
Clinton.
Oh yeah, show us a picture because that will definitely affect my decision.
Looks exactly
See
like
how
Hillary
scary
Clinton.
this
Azor
looks.
might dive. Azor's just gonna dive down before Beatrix. And just,
Right.
bye.
Like, no, never mind. I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah. Like on second
Oh,
thought, I'm gonna
gosh.
go join Grief for some pie.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh,
Alright,
no.
I'll give it a sec. Hold on.
I guess Soup and
Hold up.
Noon aren't going to show up, huh?
Noon just messaged me a bit ago, and she says she's not gonna be able to join. I haven't heard from Soup yet. I don't think.
Why your family
He
keeps...
was moving today. Their whole family just moved. I know. So Soup like may not even have his computer set up yet.
Hmm. Yeah, they might not even have
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
It's possible.
All right. So this is what appears
Oh,
Oh.
in
Lord.
the back of the attic.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to make some coffee. Go for it.
Hey, Oh my god. Well.
Okay, so let me get. There's one more thing I got you do. Yeah. Let's see here. That's here. Yeah, right here.
That looks like a slot or something to me, but it's probably a demon.
Oh god. Cue the rock music, I guess. Oh.
Yeah. Got lots of sounds going on right now.
Oh my.
Heard something then it went silent.
Yeah, it kind of went silent on me too.
Okay.
Okay.
What is this
Fine.
thing?
That's if I had to guess, it's a demon. It's either a demon or a slod, but I don't think it's a slod.
Lovely.
Either way, it's bad news. A slod's bad news too.
I mean, I could tell you that by looking at it.
Oh yeah.
It's not gonna be pretty. Okay.
This is the official music for this demon right here. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
So
We can't hear anything.
So yeah, I don't know. It's supposed to be playing. So
It was there for a second.
So yeah, it'll come back or it won't come back. All right. So so you have this this demon here. Basically, it's saying I'll start with you, and I'll go to the rest of the. I'll go to the rest of the children. I don't care. They're all going to die tonight anyhow. There you go. All right. So Beatrix, you have initiative. It's up to you. What do you want to do?
So I was
sweet.
right.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
There was something else involved with the stealing of these bones.
Between me and the, because I don't see the enemy on the map yet.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
And this is the thing. It's been willing to lock it to keep itself from being detected.
50.
Let's see.
About
50 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not gonna get up close to this thing right away. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to loose an arrow at this thing and see if I can get it with an arrow. It looks like you've already targeted him for me.
An arrow ain't gonna do it. Oh, this ought to be
Roll
interesting.
for an attack.
Oh,
critical!
Wow.
Let's go. So let me roll damage. Let's see here.
Knockdown.
Let's
You knocked him.
go. Yeah,
Oh, the
so
husband.
dude, like, Beatrix, yeah, she like knocks an arrow in her
type
bow, and she's just
2
like,
demon,
I don't
I
have
think.
anything to say about it, and she lets it loose.
Oh wow! Well, let me put him prone for one round. Oh wow! You knocked a demon prone, a large one. Oh, wow!
Let's
All right,
go.
with an arrow. Go figure. go figure. All right. So
I feel like we're gonna
all
have to
right,
take
so
it easy on our.
all right, so that's an action. What you have a bonus action, some movement if you want to. You can drop down the hatch. You can yell for help. You can run away, or you can charge the guy. Whatever you want to do.
If it's prone, you probably have advantage on your swings, by the way.
That's what I was thinking, but do I have a secondary attack, or can I just run? Like, can I just dash?
Oh, I'm talking about Azor.
Oh, okay.
Azor's going to have advantage,
obviously.
which means that he's going to be able to roll 2 dice, each with a chance to be a critical hit.
Yeah. Then for my additional action, I think I'm gonna.
50 feet away.
Right. You got a dash. You could make it, probably.
He's just across the
You're half
room.
elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably make it.
It is a pretty big room.
But yeah, for my bonus action, she's just gonna lift up. I don't know if we closed the hatch behind us. Did we close the hatch behind us, Azor?
No, it's still open.
Presumably. Okay, still open. Then in that case, I'm just gonna kind of lean over it and holler down to Grief and say, "We got a situation up here. Can you get up here quickly, please?"
Situations.
That's what she's gonna do. Got a situation. You know, may or may not be a demon up here. Send help. No.
Okay, so you yell down. Okay.
Yep, that's my action.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay, so now it gets back. The demon laughs and says, "This will be fun." He gets up
Gets up.
and he's so confident he simply starts walking towards you.
Wait, how does he get up?
So
Because it's his turn next.
it's his turn. He gets up.
Well, what's the point of getting knocked
He
prone?
uses his action to get up, and he starts walking towards you.
Okay,
Okay.
he shouldn't be able to move,
All right.
in my opinion. If I was DM,
Okay. Azor,
be
what do you
down.
want to do?
that defeats the whole purpose of the critical. Just saying.
How's this guy looking?
He's only wounded like what? I can't see how much we wounded him for, honestly. He's still green, so I didn't do a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well. Azor watches him get and
So now there's
be careful
no
with that confidence, foul beast,
advantage.
and casts searing smite
Okay.
upon himself.
Okay. You cast Searing Smite on yourself. Okay. Good. Go ahead and cast it.
Yep. Nope, didn't.
Actions. Okay. You targeted yourself with
Did it do it?
that, I think. I'll drop the effect on it. So, okay. Now you're let's untarget you. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Okay, yep, so I do that, and then I run at him.
Okay.
Or, yeah, sort of run a little bit.
Half dash.
And as I'm running, pull out my Durgeddon longsword, and in typical medieval fashion, holler, "Have at thee!" and take a big ol'
All right.
swipe.
Swipe away.
All right.
All
Nice.
right. You hit. Roll your damage.
Yeah. I guess it didn't register. Did it register?
I
I didn't see you roll for damage. You definitely hit him. I just didn't see a damage roll.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
There it goes. Okay.
Okay.
That's good damage.
All right.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll your second attack.
Nice, nice. Good stuff.
Okay. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I still have
Alright.
some movement, right? I still have, what, 5 feet of movement?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to take a step back.
Okay. All right. So grief. I take it grief. What does grief
He's
do?
a tanky
She's
boy,
just
this
been
demon.
warned that you need help.
Yeah.
What does she do?
Bethel and Dennis are all the way on the first floor, so she's gonna climb up there to get up there with them. So she begins climbing up into the attic.
Okay. It's 10 feet up, ladder. I'll call it difficult terrain. Half your movement speed. I'll give her 5 more. She can still I'll let her take an action. That's her movement up there with 5 feet. Then she can take an action if she wants. So let's
Okay.
go ahead and put her. Let's take her off the second map. And let me find the second map. Too many maps open. Okay.
I mean, if the
so
demon can get up from being
she has
knocked
just been
prone, she
moved
can
to
come up
this
through the
map.
trapdoor.
And now she can be placed on the third map, which is right here. So let's put her down. She's right here.
Perfect.
Okay, you can go ahead and move her as you need to.
Okay. Yeah, so she climbs up and she still has an action, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look real quick at what I will have for her. Actions. She's gonna cast another level 1 spell.
This
She's
is good
gonna
practice for these two,
cast
actually.
Entangle.
If they survive.
I don't know what I need to roll for that.
Okay, so I'll help you with that. So
Okay.
you open your spells, and then under Entangle there is a hourglass, right?
Yeah.
And then
I just didn't know if
you-
I drop it on.
yeah, you want to target just target the
Technically, the
target
big
the Herzu,
lumbering
Uh-huh.
demon,
Target the demon.
getting knocked down should have made enough noise
and
that
then
the
have him
druid
roll
would
a
hurt
strength
it
save.
anyway.
Okay, so do I drop Restrain the effect onto him?
And maybe the whole house heard it.
It will do
Or-
it. I mean, if he makes a save, if he fails to save, you do. If not, he won't.
Oh, okay. So strength save. Okay.
Okay, it looks like he failed his strength save. So go ahead and apply the effect. Just drag it onto him. There you go.
Okay, that's
Okay.
her action.
Okay.
Sorry, I got too many maps open. Okay, combat tracker. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, let's go ahead and
Oops, sorry.
roll
this is
initiative
off screen.
again.
Okay.
And
Oops, I rolled twice. My bad.
it's okay. Just we'll take that one.
Oh, poor
Okay.
Beatrix. 3. Wow.
Okay.
Well, 7.
And Azor, okay. And then Grief, did she roll?
Yeah.
for her.
8. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh, never
Okay.
mind. Sorry. Let me see here. 1 second. I don't know why it keeps rolling twice. I'm sorry about that.
But she's got the advantage or disadvantage because she's poisoned. Okay, so
okay,
that's
gotcha.
that's the pastry. That's the pastry she was eating. So she's
Gotcha.
disadvantaged on her rolls.
Okay.
Okay, so Azor, it's your turn.
Okay. So let's see here. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and step forward and attack him again with my longsword.
All right.
Oh.
You got this.
Come on, nat 20. Oh. Oh, did that register for y'all?
I didn't see it.
No, I didn't see
No.
Okay, good, because I just rolled a nat 1. I'll be honest.
You
I mean, if you want to
maybe
play it
shouldn't
too,
tell us
I'll play
that.
it. I'll play it.
it. No, I mean,
Just drop.
if it didn't happen in my screen, it didn't happen.
Yeah, just drop the die on top of
Yeah,
the
that was-
monster. It'll.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
So go ahead and roll your damage. Sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so hold on. Before you do, I need all 3 of you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
No.
All
Oh.
3? Okay.
This one probably stinks or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So Grief and Azor failed. Beatrix succeeded. Hold on. So
Poor
I'm going
Grief.
to apply.
I'll say 1 and 2.
So-
Oh, Lord.
Azor, you have been poisoned. So when you struck this guy, okay, when you struck this nasty Herzu, he emanated a cloud of foul-smelling poison from the wound, and you have been choked on it. So you have been poisoned for the next little while, unless you can save out of it. Okay. Grief is already poisoned, so she can't be
Yeah.
doubly poisoned.
Nothing new there.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and roll your next roll, Azor. But now it's going to roll 2 dice, and you're going to be disadvantaged. So don't be surprised when 2 20s come out. Oh, what's up? You should have been disadvantaged there.
It is.
Wait. Okay.
It says disadvantage and advantage.
Disadvantage. I think because
Okay.
my searing smite gives me an advantage.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it
That's
cancels
fine.
itself
so
out, I
just
guess.
kind of.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. So advantage, disadvantage, right? So it cancels itself out. Go ahead and roll your damage then, if you haven't.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So when you hit, he erupts another cloud. Beatrix, roll Constitution save.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If I have to.
Come
Oh,
on,
dang.
Matrix.
I don't know if I did.
Sorry.
12?
No,
Nope.
you failed.
Dang.
So you also have inhaled a cloud of gas, and you feel sick to your stomach.
I'm gonna vomit.
Beatrix.
Oh my god.
Yep. This thing just
Okay.
farted on me.
All right. Yeah.
Worse than a fart.
Yeah.
Much worse, right?
Oh god.
So
Enclosed space in an
So,
attic? It's got to be.
he
Even worse.
he steps forward. No, he can't step forward, but he's got to reach anyhow. Let's see, how far are you back from him? My thing says 5 feet.
See, mine says 30.
Right.
I'm kidding.
I was like, wait,
Alright.
what?
Okay. So
Does it say
he
that on the
targets.
screen,
Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
looks like
yeah.
30 feet to me.
Okay.
Hmm.
You see
Oh,
a
freak.
huge demonic frog head reach out and try to bite you, and it gets the top of your hair, but just misses your head. And then he roars and he swings with his claw, and he actually
Fumbles.
is counterattacked. The target hits you with a basic attack. Okay, go ahead and roll. Hits you with a basic attack. Go ahead and roll. You have an opportunity to swing at him again.
Ooh.
No warts today.
Go ahead, Azor.
Not
All right,
bad.
you missed.
Oh, it missed.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right,
Here I was thinking 14 was
and-
good.
right. Okay.
Understandable.
Okay. Beatrix.
Mhm.
At this point, Tessa down in the nursery
Oh god.
runs downstairs. She runs downstairs and yells at Miss Velasco that there's a lot of noise in the attic. Miss Velasco, something's wrong.
Mhm.
Okay. Miss Velasco then runs over to Innistar and them saying there's something going on in the attic the kids are telling me about. You may want to check it out. Okay. So they have been informed at this point.
Okay.
Beatrix, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere. I'm gonna try and use my short bow again since I already have it out. So I'm gonna click on over, make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna loose a short bow attack on him.
And you can. Sorry. You can
what?
use. Go ahead and apply sneak attack for your.
Oh yeah.
You should have a sneak attack. It'll significantly help your damage
Yeah. Let me
since you
get
have
it.
an
Being a 1.
ally.
Right. Did it apply?
Okay.
It didn't yet. Hang on. Effect. Oh yeah, it did. Okay, it did apply.
That's
Yeah,
crazy damage.
Cool.
So-
Okay.
Yeah.
So
ahead.
yeah, I'll roll attack again. Okay, here we go.
No. You rolled just your
Oh.
damage.
Oh, sorry. I'll roll my damage.
Luckily.
It was an automatic fumble
You're-
anyway. Sheesh.
Yeah, You hit him before, and now you
Gotcha.
gotta roll your damage.
Gotcha. Oh my.
I would have loved differently. Okay, so he another air loosed and it's sticking out of him. Another gas comes out of
great.
where you hit him.
Partially resisted.
But Azor is already poisoned.
We're all coughing here.
Okay.
We all got the COVID. Okay.
All right, Grief.
COVID frog.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you wanna
I
do?
have to roll initiative here in a minute.
let's see. What does grief have? Does she have long range? I'm sorry. I'm looking at her actions right now. She is going to use ice knife. Oh wait, let me make sure I check off my spells accordingly so I keep track. Yeah, ice knife. I'm not entirely sure how that works. If I have to, it's not an effect, right? I just have to use it as an action.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is target him, and then you have to. I think it's like a ranged attack. So just cast a +8. Yeah, just hit the attack button. Yeah.
Oh wow, sad. Automatic miss.
Uh-oh.
It's all the poison.
Your opponent parries your awkward attack that causes you to hit yourself in the groin.
What? With an ice? Okay, that's not good. Ice knife? Wow.
You have 1/2 movement and -4 to actions. Oh my gosh. Well, -4 to all actions for 1d6 rounds.
Oh my god.
All right.
The target receives an action.
All right.
I think
5 for 5 rounds.
But
1/2 movement.
Wow. Wow. Poor impaired
Yeah,
grief.
well, I mean, it's not like a male groin thing.
I was gonna say.
It can hit you in the groin and hurt you.
Right.
It's not like you've been incapacitated, but you are disadvantaged, and your movement is half for a little bit. We'll just call it that. Yeah, we'll make a call there. All right. So I'm guessing you're dealing with that.
Yeah.
So Dinostar, you hear that something's happening in the attic. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm not leaving our wards here unattended, so I tell Bathel to stay and guard the room, the 2 kids, and Corinna, and I guess I start running up the stairs. I'm assuming one of these people here is showing me the way or something. The headmistress or whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, whoever just told us, right?
Yeah, she said there's something happening in the attic. I mean, she's not going to run ahead of you, per se. I'm sure you're faster than she is, but
well, I mean, she's going to tell me where to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up the stairs. Go up to the attic, upstairs. You'll see it.
Well, there's a
Tessa's up there.
half-ton demon trumping around. I think I'll be able to find it pretty easily.
Hopefully you'll hear it.
Okay, so I just start moving up the floors. I guess there'll probably be another round. Want me to roll initiative?
Let me take you off the map here, and I'll put you on the 2nd floor. Well, I'm just not going to bother with that. You're on the 2nd floor. So we already did grief, right? This round, she hit herself.
Yep.
And so Bathul, I mean, so now take off your Dinostar hat. Now you're playing Bathul, John. Does Bathul listen to the wizard? Does she? She's an orc paladin, pretty fierce one. She's going to sit there and listen to orc and play guard, or is she going to run up and help her friends? You tell me. What's in keeping with her character?
If she doesn't listen to the wizard, then she's going to be in big trouble. I'm just putting it out there. I mean, we gotta guard this redhead above all else.
Yeah.
We got a kid. We got a valuable kid in the bed, and we got the 2 kids there. So there's 4 people to guard. I don't think she would run off.
I don't think so either.
Well, you're playing her.
Yeah, she's gonna guard because she knows that someone has to watch out. I mean, this is a perfect opportunity for somebody to come in and make havoc. So I mean,
yeah. All right, roll.
She'll say
roll initiative then.
She'll say she's staying, but if she hears anything else happen, she'll run up. But
Oh, I don't know why it's throwing 2. Oh, because of disadvantages. Gotcha.
Everyone's disadvantaged.
Oh, hold on.
Jeez.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
I might as well roll for.
Okay. Let's see, we're in round. Oh, that didn't. No, hold on. He's got a 4. Okay. So Beatrix, you go first.
Oh,
Too many
I-
maps here.
miracle.
When I started the new round, it rejiggled people's, but the Hersu's still last, so that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so you
Hey, look at these.
Bethel. I don't know what Bethel's doing. Who cares about Bethel? She's staying foot. She's on the first floor guarding people.
Hey, for
So,
all I know, you might spring a trap on her. So
Beatrix, your turn. What do you want to do?
Gosh, I'm so disadvantaged. It's ridiculous. I guess I'm gonna just keep loosing more arrows and seeing if I can stun it again. Honestly, because I don't think getting
Hey,
close to it's gonna be of any advantage.
Apply your sneak attack because you have a comrade right next to him.
Okay. Let me make sure I got this. Sneak attack. Boom. Okay.
Okay.
Attack, short bow. Here we go. Ooh, yay. Sweet.
18, yeah.
Okay,
And,
damage. Woo!
Okay. Go ahead and roll your Constitution. 14 or better, you're no longer poisoned.
Okay.
Jeez.
Please. Nope.
Sorry. You're still
Resisted.
poisoned. Okay.
That's okay.
You did a lot of damage, though. Okay.
Yeah. Yay.
10 more
Star
points.
can make his way to, he can make his way to, if he dashes, he can make his way up. So let me, that will be your turn, but you've dashed and you've come up and this is what you see. Azor,
Par for the course.
your turn. You can go ahead and roll a Constitution save, Azor. Roll a 14 or better, you're no longer poisoned.
Ooh.
Nice.
Nice
Okay.
job.
Protecting you, you're no longer poisoned. So let's,
Yeah. Did that roll with a
take it off you.
disadvantage though?
No. No, for whatever reason. Okay, what do you want to do, Azor? Are you swinging at this guy with your sword? You backing up? You flanking him? What do you want to do?
Does he have the
Let's see.
advantage and disadvantage going still?
No. Yeah. I think there's entangled. If you there's like a large square of entanglement that if you go into, you can be entangled as well. So
Yeah.
if you get anywhere to the left or right of him, there's an entanglement happening.
Okay.
Kind of let's call it
Yeah. So let's
kind of
just
like
see. Let me look through this real quick.
there's like an entanglement happening here.
Okay. Okay.
No, I almost can guarantee he's going to break out of it this round, but we'll see. With his strength, it's unfathomable that he fails that save, but yeah, we'll see.
That was lucky.
Yeah. So if I step, I mean, I can hit him from where I'm at, right?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
5 feet.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'll run the risk of it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm going to attempt to roll a nat 20 with my sword. See if I can
Let's go.
behead this thing.
See what happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, neither of
Okay,
those.
you
boy.
miss. Okay.
Try again. Try again. Nice.
That definitely hits.
You hit.
Nice job.
Go ahead and roll your damage, but also roll a Constitution save.
Nice. Let's go.
Roll that Constitution as you
It's almost
chap
dead.
into his shoulder. A puff of vile, stinchy poison comes out, and you find yourself once again sick.
If.
And can I back? I still got movement, right?
Yeah.
Well, back up a little.
Hmm.
Back up a wee bit.
That's a good idea.
Okay, the Herzu. The first thing he's going to do is roll his restraint against the entanglement.
Okay.
Let's say he beats the 9 or the 10 that's required. He is no longer entangled. He rips out of that. He roars and rips out of that.
Mhm.
And let's see, where's the effect right there? Gone. With that, he surges forward, and he once again he bites at you, Azor.
Why me?
You're right in front of
Woo!
him.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
claws you,
Oh.
Oh, ouch.
Oh my.
and he slices open the
Holy
front of your
mama.
front of you.
That's from one claw
God.
or both?
That's from one claw. Yeah.
Oh my. Oh my.
Is he gonna
And,
swing another?
Yeah. No, that was his dual attack. He bit and he swung.
Okay, so it is both claw. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a lot of damage.
All right. With that, it is your turn, Grief.
Yeah, as Grief, she's gonna
This thing does some
do
damage. I guess I
Healing
better unload on it.
Word, which is my last level 1 spell. Actually, wait, hang on. Healing Spirit. Actually, instead, she's gonna cast the Healing Spirit, which is that cube that heals everybody within a certain proximity. Yeah, she's gonna use that, and she's gonna place it. I don't know how to mark the map for you. Let me try. She's gonna use it like right here, I guess, right next to her, so it can get like this whole group.
Okay, so you're gonna try to get the group, Azor and whomever.
Yeah, precisely.
All right. Go ahead and cast it.
Okie dokie. Oh wait. I
Oh
needed
boy,
the effect.
you just healed the Herzu. He thanks you.
Whoops. So there's a heal and then there's an effect associated with Healing Spirit. So that's, I guess that heal was supposed to be toward whatever
All right, hold
the
on.
Healing Spirit is centered in.
You didn't mean to heal the demon? Are you sure?
Yeah, fairly certain.
I mean, technically, if
He
it's
doesn't
in
need
the
any
radius,
healing. I mean, that is
All right.
true.
I don't know if it's in it or not. But how big of a box is it?
Range 60 feet. One
Yeah,
die
it's pretty
4.
big.
I don't see a creature of your choice that you can see. The healing. Oh, healing word. Hold on, I'm at a healing word. Where is healing spirit? I don't. Oh, it's the
in
second
her
level.
level 2.
Okay.
Yeah, level 2
Gotcha.
spells.
Gotcha. You call forth natural spirit to soothe the winded. Oh, intangible spirit appears in the space. It's 5-foot cube.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
small.
right. So it stays there for. That's fine. Look, you
Okay.
can put it over. It's per turn, right? The number of times he's in there. Your spellcasting ability, a minimum of twice, so it can do it. What would we say? 6 times? Your 5th level?
I think
Or no,
so.
your spellcast. No, hold on. Your spellcasting ability is your proficiency, right? So that's 4. It can do it 4 times.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's fine. So you put it over Azor, and it does. What did we say? 1d6.
Yes.
So
1d6.
Azor will give you
Oh.
1 point back for now.
Oh wow.
So you're
So
back to
lovely.
28. We'll take away the 3 points we gave back to Herzu here. So he's taking that away. Okay. Next turn you'll get a 1d6 more if you stay in that cube. If he moves into the cube, by the way, he'll be healed. But okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So that's Grief. What else do you want to do? Anything else?
I think that's it, considering I'm so poisoned. I don't know what else she could
Okay.
do that would be helpful.
All right, roll for initiative. I just roll his.
Oh my.
Okay. All right, top of order. All right, so Dinostar, you go ahead. What do you want to do?
Old Faithful, magic missile, but I'm casting with third circle spell strength, so 5 dice. Hold on.
Ooh, fancy.
You're targeting yourself at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. 13. It's still going, but it's
Nice.
in the red. At least it didn't resist it. That's what I was counting on.
Nice, nice.
I back up to avoid the stink a little bit. I can't go very far.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Beatrix, what do you want to do?
I am going.
That uses up the third level.
I've been using arrows this whole time.
Plot.
What the heck? I'm gonna dash up to this thing
Okay.
and try and attack it from the side. Do I apply my sneak attack again?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Just double checking. I don't want to do anything I'm not supposed to. Okay.
Sometimes there's effect
okay,
sounds, but for some reason the sound effects
Yeah.
aren't working
Okay.
really well.
So yeah,
I'm not sure
she's
why.
gonna dash up to about, next to it, so to speak.
Right. Yep.
And she's gonna attack it with her sword. We'll see how this goes.
Nice.
Ooh,
Nice.
not bad, not
Nice.
bad. It's not letting me. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Holy,
Oh my god.
holy
Let's go.
mackerel!
Let's go.
How in the heck do you do so much damage?
I gotta check that out.
That's absolutely insane. That's more damage than my mage could do with any of his spells. I'm curious.
All of my, pretty much like, the only thing I have affected is my sneak attack, other than the fact that I'm poisoned, which is a disadvantage. But
that sneak attack is OP in my opinion. But I mean, hey, it is what it is.
I got to take half that off. You have sneak attack on there twice.
That's why.
Applied it twice.
Oh, that's why. I'm like
Gotcha.
38 points. I'm like, holy mama.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call it 17. So I got to take 17 off.
Sure.
We're down to no problem. Okay, gotcha. All right, no problem. And you can disengage if you want, or go back. You still have movement, of course.
Yeah. Disengage. She's gonna turn and get a little bit of distance between her and this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be it though.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. Back his and there has not. Okay. Yeah. I just he's got to go. He's gonna do it again. He's going. He's stepping up. He's trying to bite you.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
my god!
Suicide strike.
No
Critically
way!
hits himself.
No
Farted on
way!
himself.
Oh, he's gonna kill himself right now.
All of his wounds were too powerful even for him. He just bank up. Oh my no!
He killed himself.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
that's
Oh,
hilarious.
wait, no, hold on. No, wait. That applied it. That's Azor, by the way, that just died, but he didn't, because it's 26. All right. Yeah, because it didn't apply the. I'll have to apply it to him. Okay. So
Yeah.
no problem. So he went for it. He reached out his hand. He bit himself in his fury, and it caused some damage.
14 points damage to himself.
He moves over here.
Still alive.
Oh, boy. Poor little Grief.
Oh yeah. All right, Bathul, nothing. Azor, what do you want to do?
Well, Azor seizing the opportunity. Yeah. Coughs.
Swing the sword.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
the room is getting nasty.
Yeah.
Got to attack with it. Vorpal sword, so
Tactics have worked good so far, so I'm not going to change them. Yeah, so it moves off to his side. Azor takes his long sword and just goes for another swipe
Oh, okay.
at it.
Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Let me get rid of. You're not prone. You're not unconscious. And roll your Constitution. See if you are. So you hit him. Okay. Let me think about this. So Beatrix, you need to roll a Constitution save. You're already poisoned. Never mind. Azor's already poisoned. It doesn't matter. You're all poisoned. Although I was gonna say, yeah, just never mind. All right, go ahead, Azor.
Okay.
oof.
Okay, you missed
Ooh.
on that. You want to try again?
Oh yeah.
You got this. Come on, come on, come on.
That's definitely it.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, you hit him on the second one, unleashing a cloud of
Nice.
Ooh,
13.
good damage.
Still
So
up.
Denistar, roll a Constitution save.
15.
Nice.
15. Aha. Yeah, a whiff of green cloud goes through you. You hold your breath and it dissipates before it can get into your lungs.
Yay.
Okay.
You're not
Hardy wizard.
poisoned.
All right, Grief. What do you want to do?
Gosh. The only thing I would say, do I have to roll anything each turn for the healing spirit, or is that on you to
Nope.
do? Okay.
Nope. But it's that 5-foot cube has moved off. It's kind of, you have to move into it, right? It's stationary.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And Azor moved around it. The Herzu moved around it. So if someone wants to move in it, we'll just call it right. We do a pointer.
It's right at that little box, right? Like that, whatever that black thing
Right.
is. Oh,
right.
Yeah.
wait, where is
Trying
it?
to move it.
Oh, I see.
It's right here, but it's not.
Oh, I thought it was like
quite
right
that
there in the
big.
corner in front of
I don't
Denistar.
know. It's
I thought it was 10 feet in front of Denistar is what I thought it was. Am I wrong?
it was right about, I
It's
don't know.
right, like, right
Right
there.
about here.
Yeah.
About
Yeah,
that, yeah.
about there.
Somewhere around there.
Yep.
Okay. All right,
Okay, so yeah, what Beatrix is gonna,
this thing,
or not Beatrix, my bad. What
Grief.
Grief is gonna do is, she's gonna cast Primal Savagery, and she's gonna try and attack this thing.
That's her go-to. That's her go-to for sure.
Another OP ability. Kill it!
Yeah, I don't know. Oops, sorry, I hit it twice. My bad. Do I drag this
Yeah, it's
onto
fine.
myself, or do I just attack? You drag the attack onto my.
I'm not familiar with. I don't remember for primal, so let's take a look. So we hit the hourglass melee. You just hit the attack button, right? So long as he's,
Okay.
but you need to target the Herzu. You need to target
Yeah,
him. He's not
I'm
targeted
trying
yet.
to do that right now. It's wanting to target. Okay, it is. Okay, the arrow looks like it's going sideways, so I was a little worried, but now it's there.
Yeah.
Okay. So just casting the attack. Okay, here we go.
Great.
Let's go.
Nope, miss.
Yeah, unfortunately,
What?
she's. You're
The disadvantage.
disadvantaged. You're
Disadvantage, yeah.
disadvantaged. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop to 16. All right.
Okay.
Do you want to try to move away? If you move back, you're going to fall down the chute.
Yeah.
You can try to move left or right.
Sideways. Yeah, I'm gonna try and move left here.
Okay.
I don't know how many feet I'm allowed, but yeah, I move left. I dodge left.
You can try to. Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys, everyone, roll initiative.
Okay.
So stupid Urzu.
Come on.
Slower than molasses, man. You can be the death of me, this Urzu.
Oh,
Oh,
so
come on,
sad.
Herzu. Stupid Herzu. You deserve to die, buddy. Slower. All right, Denistar, do it. Do what you got to do to my poor little demon who's not going to make it out here, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, in keeping, I'm thinking, okay, go ahead. Do what you need to do.
I'm going to go ahead and magic missile again. Gonna use a second level though this time, so it'll only be 4 dice. $10 points.
Okay. All right.
Man, this thing is a
All right.
beast.
So the Herzu, four missiles come out and ping this guy. The Herzu says, "Okay, I yield. I'll go back into the locket. I'll go back into the locket. Just let me go into the locket."
Oh. No. You rotten creature.
Well, now's our chance. Where are the bones, demon, before we consider giving you anything?
Right.
What bones are you talking about? I don't know anything about any bones. Let me into the locket, and I won't summon the others.
Oh.
He doesn't know where the bones are. What? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't believe him, but
All right, Grief, it's your turn. What do you want to do? You want to take this guy out? You want to listen to him jaw, or what do you want to do?
No, I definitely want to take him out. Yeah, I'm gonna use my cantrip, my primal savagery again on this guy.
Go for it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, let's go.
Nice.
Okay.
Natural
not
20.
Bad, not bad.
Do your damage, Grief. Do your damage.
Okay, here we go.
You swipe claws at him.
Oh, only 2.
2.
Nice.
Okay. All right. All right. So, now we move to Beatrix. All right. What do you want to do, Beatrix? Oh, by the way,
natural 20
anybody? Oh, yeah.
destroyed by
Dizdar,
disadvantage.
roll your Constitution save again. She just hit him with primal savagery.
Oh,
Opens
yeah.
up a gash which billows out green poison. Roll Constitution. 14 or better. You're not affected. 14 lower than 14. You are.
Ooh.
Okay, you're poisoned.
It almost came up 18, but no.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. Okay, Dizdar. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Your turn, Bethel. I mean, Beatrix.
Okay, she's going to dash up and attack with Jasker's sword again on this thing. She's gonna try and swipe its head.
Go for it.
Any advantages this round or no?
You're poisoned, so you got sneak attack advantage, but now you're poisoned, so it should probably level out, I'm guessing.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna just attack with Jasker's sword here.
This whole sneak attack mechanic is weird.
Okay. Miss.
Miss.
All right, sad.
Yeah.
I missed. I don't get the killing blow.
Yeah.
All right, Beatrix.
Used to be in the old days,
Unfortunately-
rogues actually had to work to be able to
But the
get
Herzu
sneak
might,
attacks.
so
Nowadays,
he looks
it's
over
like,
at
it's like
Grief,
sneak attack all day long. It doesn't make any sense to me.
And he
5th edition.
He now is targeting. Get rid of Azor. There. He's targeting Grief because Grief's in front of him.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. Oof.
Missed.
He doesn't bite.
Oh no. Oh no.
He hits Grief with a claw.
Oh boy, here it comes.
Oh, geez,
28.
28. Oh my god.
She takes
Okay.
significant damage.
She's almost down. She
and
got
he
3 hit points
roars,
left.
Yeah.
And he goes forward, and he tries to drop through onto the second floor because you left the hatch open.
Oh, no.
However,
He's too big.
he may be too large. I will give him a 30% probability of fitting through, 70% not. 1 to 30, he fits through. Anything higher, he gets stuck.
He's slimy, so
43, he gets stuck.
Oh, thank God.
He gets down there and he roars. Azor, it's your turn. This thing is stuck and wedged in the trap door, the attic door.
I feel bad for the children seeing this below.
that's got to be an advantage, unless he's sick. Azor's not.
Yeah,
Azor is poisoned. Roll your Constitution though.
Hold on. I will give. It'll be the same thing as incapacitated at this moment. Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Roll your save against poison.
Yeah, roll a Constitution save. Azor.
Come on.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
15. Let's
So
go.
we'll take that effect off. All right, your attack. Go for it.
All right. Yep. Well.
Now he's in trouble.
Yep. I'm stepping up on this big old boy's butt.
Famous. You want to say any famous last words to this guy?
Oh, I'm trying to think of like. Let's see. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some like real cool
Clever
quote
thing.
that has to do with like keeping your butt up in the air, because that's basically the position he's in.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'll say something goofy.
Go for it.
I'll roll. See what I get first. Oh yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Oh, you're like, yes.
Yep. So Azor walks up
That should be an advantage.
with a sword.
Oh,
Says,
Oh.
"Quit farting on us, horny toad."
Quit farting on us. Get your stink out of here.
And with that, he explodes in a massive black
Ew.
puff of green and black smoke. His essence goes back to the primordial plane there.
Oh, man.
But you guys,
I was having flashbacks
everyone
to
roll one more Constitution save.
Junkon, where the demon
maybe
exploded
before
and killed everybody in the group
Crying.
except me.
Come on, there we go.
Come on,
Oh, I rolled 2.
man.
My bad. Let's see. Oh,
All right,
gosh.
basically.
We're all just gonna be
Okay.
really sick and throwing up after this.
Yeah,
maybe?
it's kind of pointless because we'll be.
Just gonna be retching
Okay.
on the floor.
Okay. So all right. Well, you guys are sick, but only for a little bit. So
14 doesn't
he
save.
disappears, and immediately the light in the room seems to get a bit brighter with this thing and this mass leaving. It definitely suddenly seems a bit brighter. So Felix, the little boy in the corner, by the way, basically starts sobbing. And he's sobbing as a normal 8-year-old boy might.
Wait, so this wasn't Felix?
He just, no, he was Felix was the little boy that this demon was possessing. Felix is back to his normal state, but heavily traumatized and
Yeah.
sobbing on the floor.
Understandably.
So it escaped the locket and then possessed the kid somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Where the
Appear that way.
Well, it's
where'd the damn locket come from? This kid will know.
You go ask the kid, yeah.
Yeah, so Azor kind of makes his way over to the kid to make sure he's okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I think
good
you'll
thing.
probably you'll avoid the entangle.
Mhm.
You have to go around Greaves entangle here. Yeah.
So we don't get trapped for no reason.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, Azor kind of
Yeah.
bends down to him.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so he looks at him. He's like, "It's okay, son. The monster's gone. You're safe now."
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He's sobbing and he's like he starts saying I couldn't help it. I was like a prisoner of my own mind. He made me do all these things and I didn't want to, but I couldn't help it. He said it all started when I found that locket. I found the locket near the coffin maker's building. It was outside and I found it and I opened it up and that's when the thing took me in. And it wasn't long after that he made me murder my own parents.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry.
How long has this been
That's
going
when they
on?
put me in the that's when they put me in the orphanage.
Oh my goodness.
And when Cedric tried to steal my locket, I pushed him out the window.
Oh my god.
and
Three
killed
months.
him.
Not falling out.
And every night I would sneak into people's room. And he made me carve runes on all the beds. And
oh my god.
he was sending nightmares, and he was causing harm to all the children, including Milovich's room. He was whispering curses into his ear.
Ah, okay. So this might have broken the curse on the kid back in the
that's
room.
good, at least. You know,
Hopefully.
small mercies.
So, so I think
child.
is anyone? Yeah, yeah.
So wait a minute. So let me get this straight. You found this in the mortician's house? You stole it from the mortician?
No, I didn't steal anything. I found it on the ground outside the coffin maker's house.
Yeah, the mortician. Okay. Interesting. We need to go pay him a visit at some point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, at least that got rid of the sickness.
Hopefully. We should probably check on that.
Well,
yeah, we should.
Grab the kid and carry him if you have to, but we need to go back down to the other room as fast as we can.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take Felix downstairs. Honestly, it probably wouldn't hurt for him to go see
Oh, somebody's gonna have to clean this mess off the trap door.
Father Lucian.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to get this thing that's stuck in here out.
I think it disappeared.
Yeah,
but there's probably some residue.
Okay.
He disappeared into yeah. Okay, so you guys are all coming off this map.
Yeah.
You're all being put on you're all being put back on this map. Back into the room you go. So you come back downstairs. The kids are all huddled. They knew something was going on. Miss Belasco was fearful but also excited that you guys actually came down. And what was all that ruckus? I didn't know what was happening. And I guess you guys probably ignore her and go to this room where the kid is actually sitting up in bed, looking better. The yellow pallor and the sickliness seems to have fallen off of him, much like Lord of the Rings, right? When Theoden kind of came to his senses, that kind of curse has been lifted from the kid. Milovich is awake.
Excellent.
Okay. Cool.
So we're alone with him. There's no other.
Irina and is there, and Belasco's at the doorway. Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, "Oh, you Milovich, you're awake. Oh, you're better. Thank you. I owe you such a great gratitude." And she thrust 2 potions of healing into your palm. She said, "This was given to me. That maybe it might help Milovich, but the last one I gave him didn't help him. Here, take them. I have no longer need of it." She thrust 2 potions of healing, which can add to the party. Yeah, but
cool.
Anyhow,
I'll say Azor turns to what is it, Miss
Belasco.
Belasco. Yeah.
Belasco. And he says, "Ma'am, I think it would be a good idea to get Felix to see Father Lucian at the church. Do you think you could arrange to have someone take him over there?" The boy had,
yes.
Some peculiar issues that the father might be able to help with.
Yeah, if you think it's important, then I will send Elena. I trust Elena. She can walk Felix down to Father Lucian.
Yes.
And in fact, if you promise to stay just for a bit, I'll help walk her down too, just to be sure. And so she leaves with Elena and Felix, leaving you alone in the room with the Milovich, the 19-year-old grade vigor.
Wow.
Where are the bones, kid?
Yeah. Tell us where the bones are.
Violet. Oh, okay. All right. So Milovich, he looks around at you and says, "Oh, well, thank you for rescuing me from this sickness. The bones. Yes, I'm so very, very sorry about that. I felt like I had no other choice. you see, I heard Miss Velasco overhearing. I overheard her saying that we were running low on money, and I couldn't stomach to see. I couldn't stomach to see us run out of food, because no one's very helpful to the orphanage anymore. And I was approached recently by. The Hendrick, the coffin maker, to
Huh.
steal the bones. He knew that Father Lucian had important bones underneath the church, and he told me he would pay me to get them. Of course, I would never do that to Father Lucian until I heard that we were low on money, and then the coffin maker promised me the bones weren't important. So I sold them to him, and he gave me some gold for them, which I left in a bag from Miss Velasco.
Oh,
But
brother.
it wasn't long after that I got sick in my bed, and that's all I remember.
And how long ago was this that you sold the bones?
I don't know, 3 days ago, maybe 4 days ago,
No.
3 days
Boy.
ago.
Oh, brother.
Oh boy. Well, glad you're better now. We're sorry this happened.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad.
I've got to go see. I've got to go see Father Lucian and tell him I'm sorry. For now, I
Yeah.
guess I will stay in with the kids to make sure that Miss Velasco gets back okay. I feel
Right.
strong enough, I guess, to go out there and see them.
You better rest up and stay out of trouble.
Right. You
So-
all better get some sleep.
So obviously,
Wait.
yeah, we all need a rest, but obviously now we know we're going to pick up for the next adventure because it's assuming this guy hasn't fled town.
Right.
He's probably an agent of Strahd. He has to be.
Maybe.
Oh,
I guess it's
Henrik Vandervoorts, the coffin maker. He's he's on the southeast side of town. Is where his house is.
okay. Well, hopefully it's
Anybody
not
could
missing.
tell you to get there.
Well, we better get moving.
yeah.
Although I'm
Okay,
not crazy
so,
about bringing. We got to leave these kids here, obviously.
Yeah. Now that we know this place is safe, especially.
Well, as safe
Because
as
that demon.
it's as safe as anywhere. I mean, comparatively,
Right.
anyway. Safer than bringing them
Right.
around with us.
Right.
Hopefully.
So so you guys kind of pack your stuff up and you start moving towards the front door. Milevich said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of the kids. I always do." And as you guys are moving towards the front entrance, the little boy and girl you saved from the windmill runs up and hugs your legs and tells you thank you. And they come back and visit, but they know they're going to have fun there with their new family.
Oh, good. We're glad that we could help you guys.
And that puts you right on the outside of the orphanage, which is where we'll leave it for the next time. So if that works out for you. So you guys have
Cool.
have successfully freed the orphanage.
Woo!
So well done. Well done.
You know,
Nice.
small victories.
Mm-hmm.
Just saving children, kissing babies, you know, normal hero
Yeah.
stuff.
Killing hags.
You know.
Normal here.
Fighting demons.
Yeah.
Oh, so great. So great.
Now, the thing is,
Oh,
Grief,
big old-
Grief's running around with 3 hit points. Keep that in mind. And Azor is running around with
Yeah.
only 14.
She needs a lot of help. They both need a lot of help next time.
Now,
Yeah.
we could... Okay, here's one thing I can do right now before we stop. The Paladin has a pool of 25 healing points and lay on hands, so he can do 15 to each of them. She can do 15 to
Yeah.
each. Unless does Grief have any heals available now? Or I think she probably has spell slots available.
Oh,
She casts, let's see. She cast a healing spirit, right? So that's a second level we need to take off of her.
Yeah.
I think that's all she cast, right? So she's got two second level spells left.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But
Yeah, I cast cantrips mostly. Well, the primal savagery was the cantrips for grief, but yeah, she cast healing. She did like healing, laying of hands healing, and then she
and
did
you can
the capture, whatever, the keeping somebody stuck in one
right.
spot.
do you have a
So you can
group heal?
you can cast cure wounds at a higher level if you
Yeah.
want.
Ooh, okay.
So you have 2 third level spell slots. You can cast that twice. That will give you 3d8 of healing.
Whoa.
Plus 3.
Okay.
3d8 plus 3. So if you want to do that to yourself and someone else, you can go for it.
Well,
Okay, yeah.
So you know how to do that.
Well, cast
Right click your
cast once.
left click and right.
Yeah, have her cast once first on herself, and we'll see how much she heals on
Okay.
herself, and then it might be a big enough one that then I'll take. Then you might not necessarily need to cast right away again, and I'll take the paladin and heal Azor for 25 of the 26 points.
So just pick up the 1d8 with your left click button, and while you're holding the left click, right click it twice, and it'll give you 3d8. Right.
Okay.
Okay. And I got to show you how to use those dice. Have you used those dice? Have I showed you how to use that? If you go up to dice under tool, under the the party sheet where it says dice, click it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then go down to aura, or annuals of focus rather, and just click one of those.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Click
have
one of
those.
those.
I wonder why this doesn't
I have
automatically.
those set for Beatrix. I just didn't set them up
this is interesting. This
I
should
haven't-
be
I
automatic.
haven't even
Some
noticed. Okay.
effects like
So
this
10, you just
should automatically adjust,
heal,
but they don't necessarily
you
do
healed
that.
grief for 10. You have to heal yourself.
Okay.
But I'll take it
Fantasy
off.
rounds.
20. So 20.
I'm
Okay,
not-
down to 20. All right.
Not happy about that.
Okay.
And then
Some
you can go
functionality
it
I would
again.
like to
You
see
can heal
added.
it. You can cast it again yourself if you like.
Okay.
Oh, that's
so,
actually 20 plus 3 is 17. It's
so 3
plus
more
3.
dice.
Yep, 3 more dice, and then add plus 3 on top of that. Good, 19, 22 more. So you're completely back to 0. You're at full health.
All right.
Thank God.
All right, then.
Druids for the win.
Then Bethel does 25 heal to Azor for that'll use up Bethel's entire pool of lay on hands for the day.
Let's
Okay,
go.
how much does she do?
25.
25?
Yeah. So he's got 1 hit point off.
Okay. All right, and we're
Sweet.
removing the poison. Poison ill effects are now gone. Okay.
Yay.
All right. Good. We're all set. So you guys, as you're leaving the door, by the way, Galovich says, if you need a place to stay, the Blue Water Inn is on the east side of town. Anybody could point you to it.
Sweet. Thank you. Beatrix waves.
All right, gang. So that is it. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. Good job. Making progress. I can get the demon fight now.
Right. That's awesome. I'm so
We're
glad
accruing
inch by inch.
quite the pool of experience points coming to us after all this is done, I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
almost
milestones. We'll be awarding milestones. If you do notice, actually, you haven't quite delivered Arena yet. So when you deliver Arena, there will be some decent experience points. Once you settled it at the church, that will be it. Once you deliver the bones back, you'll get a bolus of points. The fact that you freed the orphanage, you'll get some points now as well.
Nice.
And I did award points. You did bury the father, so you got points for that. You haven't really finished the windmill yet because there's 2 hags there, but you did free the children. There will be points for that. So each time you do something major, there will be points for that. So don't worry, I'm not forgetting. They're adding up.
Level ups.
For sure.
Yay.
Yeah, they're adding up.
Good stuff.
But you know,
Mhm.
as you guys know or don't know, in D&D, each level gets progressively harder to hit the next time, right? So it's not a
Right.
linear curve; it becomes like geometric or whatever. So
Yeah,
Right.
but
get harder.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's still easier for me though than it used to be in 5th edition. So I can't complain because used to be Mage had the hardest experience point pool, but now they made pretty much everybody. I think I'm correct. Everybody has the same experience pool. Is that how it works in 5th edition?
You can pull up a part. Well, you might not be able to. A party sheet. Yeah, everybody's 14,000 next level.
That's what I figured.
Everyone's
Yeah.
got 14,000.
Yeah. So it's
Everyone's
been.
at 8901 right now.
epic.
We
That's
have some
awesome.
things to award, and you get not just that. You'll get awarded. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. I won't say that, but yeah. Anyhow. All right, guys,
Alright.
good stuff. And by the way, if you guys want, if you guys feel up for a bonus, I am off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Beautiful. Plus Saturday, Sunday. So we can go a full week, or if you guys want to try to slip one in over the holidays, that's cool too. You just let me know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Either way.
I will have to get back to you. I think I'm gonna be out of town from Wednesday till Sunday, and I don't know if I'll be available Sunday evening. So I will keep you posted though if any plans change.
Right. So
Okay.
either we could put it off a week, or we can try to move it up in time. So up to you guys.
Sure.
Just let me know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be out
Thank
of
you guys.
town starting Tuesday.
Okay.
But I mean, I'll have my laptop with me too. So.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All
cool.
right.
All right.
You guys going to the
Thanks,
beach,
guys.
Justin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Cool. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
Alrighty,
See y'all
thanks.
later.
It was fun.
Bye.
Good night, y'all.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night.
All right. Well, that was fun. Hope you enjoyed that. D&D, man, it's always unpredictable. Although for an old hand like me, some things are predictable, but I like watching the reactions of the newer players, and I was kind of happy, actually, that they were taking on the Hezru demon by themselves at first, so that gave it a little bit more of a thrill for them, I'm sure. So anyway, but everything ended well, and nobody died, and now we're almost fully healed up again. So even though the group desperately needs an actual night's sleep, we're probably going to end up having to go visit this coffin maker, per se. So that'll be coming up next time. I don't think, from the sound of things, that we're going to be able to get another episode in this week because of the holidays and Thanksgiving and all that. People are going to be out of town. But yeah, probably, I don't know, within the next 2 weeks, we'll have another episode of Dungeons & Dragons on the channel. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm Dr. Sachs. I'll see you again soon.